Where's your mic check? Okay, good. Mic is working pretty good. Excellent. All right. We're here. Welcome. It is December 19th, Tuesday, and in the year of 2023. It's been an awesome 2023 for me, especially for VF. And yeah, we're here. Right now we're chatting with Chanchai for until about 2:30, so for the next 20 minutes. And then we'll be doing Tuesdays with Tricky, our sparring session, where we will, or I'll be sparring with Tricky. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer any VF-related questions. First, let's set the soundtrack. I think I'm in a VF5 mood today, so let's go ahead and do the regular VF5 vanilla soundtrack, maybe. Yeah, that's what we got. Actually, let's change it. We'll do Final Showdown soundtrack. We'll watch some VF TV while we're at it, and we can talk about this week's topics. Hope everyone's doing really well. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, if you can't hear me, let me know as well. Tricky will be joining us at 2:30 or 5:30 on the East Coast time, and I'm going to go ahead and let everyone know that we are live. So, all right. All right, so I had a wonderful weekend. I was at bonus round, and we can talk about that. And I can also talk about some. I already had another session yesterday, Monday in Portland, and Panda and I had some good fights. So I can talk about some of what was going on mentally in those matches as well. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So right now, chatting with Chanchai for about 20 minutes before Tricky, about 17 minutes. So in this past weekend in Seattle, Washington, we had bonus round, and bonus round was an awesome big fighting game tournament. Virtual Fighter was a side tournament there, but we had a good showing by the community, good support from other communities as well. Hey, Blurring, wonderful to see you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll tell my story, but I'm happy to answer questions. There's a lot of good topics to talk about before we go into our Tuesdays with Tricky. So, but yeah, at bonus round, tournament went really well. I will post videos of the grand finals, the winners finals, and the losers finals as well. Some parts of the matches are missing a little bit, but they were wonderful sessions. They were wonderful matches, and the tournament went really well. I was the TO, and it's not my favorite thing to do. Like, I think I do pretty good as a TO. But you know, I really want to get games in and get myself heated up for the tournament. But I think I actually performed very well. I think the only regret I have is in the winners bracket final. Is that I fought well, but I was playing way too conservatively and way too which is okay, because actually that meant I was executing on certain things. It was pretty good for tournament performance, actually. Just that I needed a lot more to fight who I fought in the finals. But yeah, Renzo was at the tournament, and Renzo won the Virtua Fighter tournament. So Renzo took first, Dark Nova took second, and I took third. R Panda took fourth, and R Panda had a really good tournament. Pretty exciting match with Renzo in the winners bracket. Just that but I was able to take to win in that match. Let's see. My only regret, maybe, my match with Nova, but it was like I performed really well, but I performed way too. In the winners bracket side, I performed way too. I just played way too conservative. That's about it. We both played well, but it was way too conservative. But in the but I did let loose more in the losers bracket final against Nova, and it was a really close match. It was 3-2. Now the final game, Nova did beat me up pretty good though. Nova had all the reads. I mean, just read everything correctly, and I guessed wrong in all the places where I was to guess. So it was really it was Nova had a very strong final round, so it was a final game, and so. But similarly, Nova had an amazing fight with Renzo in the winners bracket final, and then in the grand finals, Renzo's performance was really strong, and I do know that usually Renzo will step up their performance at each level, and so grand finals being a really strong level too is really good. But it was exciting to watch, and the matches were great. And also, all the casuals were really great. We just needed to go eat right away after the tournament. Everyone was so hungry. But after that, we were hungry for matches, and there was a lot of matches. It was a wonderful day for the community. There was also a lot of new people to the community got interested from watching our tournament. And also some people competing in the tournament just, had their spirits like reinvigorated even more, and they're loving Virtua Fighter. So it's really good for Seattle and Portland Virtua Fighter, actually. Lots to talk about sessions, and yesterday, Monday, I had a session with Panda and another one of our local players, Saffron. She played some Jean versus me, and we had some really good matches. I trained her Jean on just basically refining their basics, and we played probably about 25, 22. We played over 20 games, and it was really good. Like by the end of it, they were responding a lot sharper with more confidence in certain moves, and also I think they were feeling the VF flow a lot more. And that was the goal. Panda and I had some awesome. We had really awesome battles last night. It's not like we were in flow state. It's not like we were the super fastest that we'd ever been, but it was fast. It was very reactive, but really contemplative. So we were playing both of us were playing the more active-minded but reaction style of play, where we were taking our time a little bit on guesses and using the fact that we know which situations each other likes to do, but we were doing so many different variations on those answers. We were changing up our answers a lot. And so it was a very thoughtful VF. It's like if in chess you've got standard timing, then you've got blitz, and then you have lightning, right? And lightning is when you're playing like ridiculously fast, but also ridiculously sharp. We were playing on... Yep, we're doing that, and we're also going to be having Portland monthly tournaments as well. In Portland, we actually have offline sessions 2 to 3 times a week. And we're going to be doing monthlies. And the Seattle people have also said they're planning to come to some of those monthlies. Seattle is doing at least a monthly session, and it's been awesome. It's been really good stuff. So we'll keep talking about that. But Portland, Seattle, stuff's going on. And a huge tournament on the horizon is in May. Fight Kingdom. Virtua Fighter is there. You can see it if you do early bird registration open today. So as early as today, you can register for Fight Kingdom at the Virtua Fighter tournament there. And we're excited. Everyone's been we're all talking about it, and we're very much planning on how to make that like such an amazing weekend for Virtua Fighter. But yeah, Panda and I were playing. It's the type of stuff you do in the flow state, except that it's not like on the most ridiculously fast speed level of flow state, but we were playing very consciously like what you do, where it's very thoughtful, it is fast, and again, if in chess you have standard, blitz, and lightning, I'd say the type of VF we were playing was blitz speed. Right? It's not lightning speed, but it's blitz speed, which is really fast and is faster than normal. But it's really sharp and really good. But it's like we also know that both of us are capable. That like if we were really heated, we would be able to play it at the lightning speed. So it was awesome VF with Panda yesterday. Hey Jimmy, awesome to see you. So yeah, Blurring, it's awesome to see you here. And shout outs to Houston Virtua Fighter. I think Houston Virtua Fighter is primed for having more offline sessions in 2024, and I think it's going to be really good. There's a lot more awareness of the arcades that are in the Texas area, but it's also, of course, the type of venues we do Virtua Fighter at in Portland. So it's important for people to know there's so many types of venues you can use. It doesn't have to be an arcade, but it can be. It doesn't have to be a card game shop, but it can be, and we use those. It doesn't have to be a bar, but we do use those. I've used boba tea places as well, but you just have to make sure that they know, how many is a limit. So I think, we can always do sessions there, even if it's only 4 or 5 people, then it works really well at like a boba tea shop. If you have more than that, then, you kind of prefer to be at the bar or the card game shop, or even like we have a food cart pod that we use. It's amazing. It's an indoor cafeteria with food carts around it. That one is an awesome one. Soul Calibur community has a hub there as well. There's all kinds of venues you can use. You just need to be a bit bold, Similarly, at bonus round, some of the players, something I've done for years, and I do it a lot. And look, my wife's in the hotel industry, and this is something that you can do in American hotels that you can't really do in Asian hotels, and you might be afraid to do in European hotels, but you totally can do it at a lot of American hotels. We use the lobbies. I use the lobby at the Courtyard in South Center, and they're totally cool with it. But I've done this so many times, and I know they're cool with it. I mean, especially Courtyard hotels. Marriott's Courtyard Hotel, the branding wants you to use the courtyard space in the middle, but it also wants you to use the lobby. They make their lobbies comfortable for a reason. They put TVs like all over the place for a reason. They also think it will help their retail business, because that's part of the business model, is that they're hoping you might buy like, a soda, or you might buy even a food item, but they have it set up like so that you can use that as a community space for fun. Some hotels have card games, board games that are available, so families can just play on the tables that are there. This is something that you can do at pretty much almost any American hotel, especially like a motor hotel style, but especially a Courtyard style. But most of Marriott's brands will allow this, even the really nice one. The really nice, the ones that have like a bar with a lot of tables nearby, and then they have areas that are not part of the bar but with tables, those places are totally cool with you playing video games. A lot of times when I go to places like that, I'll set up, and when the staff comes to me asking and are concerned, they're not concerned about me playing video games. They're like, is the internet good enough for you guys? So this is something that Americans have access to, especially when you're out of town and you're staying at a hotel, and they know what I was doing, and they're totally cool with it and supportive. And on top of that, if you need parking passes, I got parking passes for it. I ended up not getting charged for it, but I did sign up for it, and with the intent to pay for them. But I got parking passes for the people that needed them, and so it's. Thank you so much, Deadly Neo. So I appreciate all of your support. I really do. So I want you guys to know, if you're in North America, I think this applies to Canada as well. I mean, there are some hotels, maybe like boutique hotels, you don't want to do it, or business hotels, like really strict business hotels. But even the big business hotels, they're used to the businessmen chilling after using the conference room, and just like having fun there and doing whatever they want there. So it's always cool. They're used to people playing card games there, used to people playing chess there. There's nothing wrong with playing Virtua Fighter there. So I want you guys to know that's always an option. Yes, you can use the rooms. The rooms are awesome. The rooms are private. The rooms, people can do what they want to do. but a lot of times the lobby space, the courtyard space, the big open entertainment space is there for you to use, and there is no shame in doing it. And if you're worried about it, just ask them, "Is it okay if we played our game here?" And they'll tell you it's perfectly fine. They want you to use that space. They invest in those spaces. There's money put into those spaces so that guests can do it. And the more lively the place is, the better. And also, in a hotel like Courtyard, I'm kind of pitching Courtyard. My wife works for Courtyard, but no. But in a hotel like Courtyard, those spaces are not close to the rooms for this reason. They're meant to be used as community spaces, and it also makes the staff less bored. So at Fight Kingdom, same thing. It was a courtyard, and we used the area near the bar to play, and we had lots and lots of setups, and they were totally cool, and it was actually expected. So, and then they wanted to make sure we were that we were okay, that we had fun. So it's all good stuff. Don't be too shy. But it is true though that if you're traveling to Asia, yeah, generally don't don't do that. It's something that you can do in America, and it's something that you can make the Asian players jealous about. That we can do this in America. Yeah, Rockstar J, I hope that you can join us, whether it's in Portland or Seattle. Again, in Portland, we play about 3 times a week, and in Seattle, we play about once a month, but we can also play more. And some of us in Portland do come up to the Seattle sessions, the monthlies. So, yeah, now with the Seattle sessions, they're more of a chill vibe, so it's a lot of get to know each other, have a lot of fun, and chill, which is like our normal sessions in Portland every week. Um, Yeah, training is always good, but here's the thing about offline sessions. I gotta say this, okay. At offline sessions, the level of skill is all over the place. Do not be afraid to go to your offline sessions, whether it's Street Fighter or Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Guilty Gear, and Guilty Gear is a hardcore game. The skill levels all over the place. It's a wonderful thing. It's a welcoming environment. Offline sessions are a wonderful, welcoming environment. Um, if you haven't been going to offline sessions, it's easy to get the wrong idea because even in your Discord server, you might feel like everybody's gotta be serious or everybody's gotta have clout or everybody's gotta be knowledgeable. It's not that way at all. Offline sessions are fun. They're chill. It is kind of like school in the good way, right? At school, you're randomly sorted with people of all types. You have introverts, you got extroverts, but when people are together and not necessarily group talking together, when they're just hanging out at a party, everybody just wants to have a good time. And it's the same with the offline session. Everybody wants to have a good time. The beginners want to have a good time. The strong people want to have a good time. So, yeah, someone like me, I'm going to matchmake. I'm going to try to make sure that strong gets to play with strong. I'm going to try to make sure good teachers are there with beginners and make sure that the beginners are having fun with the beginners. But it's all good. You don't need to be skilled to go to an offline session. You really do not. In fact, most of the people at offline sessions are not on the high skill end. They're usually developing players or players that are just starting. And it's totally cool and it's a lot of fun. And you find out people just love the game. And the more people love the game, the better. That's really it. So you got to know that because when you go on Discord, you do feel like you got to have clout at some point because the downside to Discord is it's like your hobby group and it's like your church group. When church, everybody's welcome at church. But yes, there's a clique. That happens. But at offline fighting games right now, the community is at a good size, but it's not that huge. And because it's not that huge, the cliques don't really form until things get big enough. And when that happens, it's okay because you're going to find the different groups, the different people, individuals that you're going to love. Don't let this clique rob you of all the cool people of all the people you're going to just love hanging out with. Don't let the concern about the one cool guy make you worry about finding someone you're going to really enjoy. Life is full of random sorting, and you got to embrace it actually. And actually, it's better. Offline is better than online because when people are there in front of you, they behave better in general. And the ones that don't behave better, they can only do that when it's like way too crowded. And then it doesn't matter because you've already got your friends. So don't worry about having to prove yourself. You don't. You just bring yourself as you are. We love you. There's going to be someone like me that loves you. There's going to be other people like me that loves you. Offline is amazing. Don't deny yourself the offline because of maybe a couple people that could be annoying in the real world. But most of the time it's not. Don't rob yourself of good offline experience just because in the Discord you start seeing like people edgelording. Okay. Discord is wonderful too. Discord's wonderful too, but it's just the same as like any hobbyist group or any group that has a hardcore identity. You start getting some people that just kind of behave in a funny way when they're a little too comfortable and they're not thinking about, dealing with people. It happens. It's just like when people say that the FGC is like toxic or whatever. It's not that the FGC is toxic. It's that people tend to act stupid in large groups, not small groups. Large groups, they tend to act really stupid. But that's life, and you can't rob yourself of getting good at dealing with this. You want to, but you're not going to really deal with it when you go to hang out. Again, it would only happen when it's like the group, when it's so large, right? Like the church gets really large. Now we have this elite clique, right? When the church is small, everybody's cool, right? When the church is small, everyone's cool because they're randomly sorted. They don't know, like, they're not forming in this, oh, you're like me and we're going to be jerks, okay? That only happens when it's, like, really large, But it's cool. Have fun. Don't rob yourself of these good moments. Hey, Tricky, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm kind of letting people know. I'm preaching the gospel of go to the offline sessions. Everyone's really cool. And it doesn't, like, basically, humans are cool when they're randomly sorted, especially when it's, like, not too large, right? And it's only when it's large that you get the clicks. But that's okay because by that point, you've already found your friends, too. And you've got plenty of people that you're going to just love and they're going to love you for who you are, So I'm just saying, offline's awesome. Because a lot of people I found... right? Brooklyn Arcade's an amazing place to hang out, right? And same with my offline sessions. And some people are like, oh, I got to train. And I get that. But I'm like, no, people will accept you who you are. And the skill range is all over the place. When I went to Brooklyn Arcade, yes, we talk about the skilled players there. You know that I've played with a lot of people of all different skill levels. I played with a lot of beginners at Brooklyn Arcade too, and people that were like playing other games but said, yeah, I think I'll try VF. Right, and that's how it is at offline sessions, and it's like don't be afraid. Just bring yourself there, be yourself, and and just like a lot of things in real life, that random sorting, people behave better generally when they're face to face with that random sorting in an offline session, and it's not so bad. It's not exactly like the Discord group that might have a dominant clique. It's more like when we got into our new classroom and we started to make friends and somebody said, hey, come join our table, and it's more like that, and people are generally on their good behavior, and it's like it takes like a lot for people to start getting on their off behavior, but their off behavior is usually when the group, when it's so large that it doesn't matter because you already got your friends somewhere. So there's
I haven't even found it to be like people to be jerks really ever in person.
Yeah, the people that are jerks
maybe like once, but like that's rare.
It's like 1 in 50, right? It's like 1 in 40, I'd say. And like, but like the people that are jerks online are like polite in real life, so it's always funny, right?
I meant offline. I meant like offline. Like I've had people be mean offline before too.
Yeah.
It's not. Like that does happen. It's rare.
Yeah.
Very rare, but it does happen. So like.
Yeah.
I do think we're a little too lax on people misbehavior online.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should hold people accountable for how they behave on the internet as well as in person.
Right.
Because I find that folks who are nice to you in front of your face and speak poorly of you when you're not around, I don't trust those people. I don't care what the fuck they say. I don't trust them.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone should. you know,
No,
I think it's a bad.
I get it too, but
like that.
right now there's a reason to go out to events though, and it's
Yeah.
dealing with real world is a good thing. Okay,
Yes.
dealing with the real world
yes.
is a good thing. And so it's one of those things where come out, find out, and you'll see for yourself. But right now, look, we are in an era where the dominant form of parenting, and I can tell you this as a parent, in my area, but everywhere I go, it's kind of true. A very common form of parenting right now is afraid to have their kids anywhere. It really is. And I'm not saying this is a judgment on everyone. I'm just saying right now we're in an era of extreme caution because for good reasons. For good reasons. But now, like, as a parent, I'm doing the things I can to make sure that my children are knowing they can cross the street. Knowing they can go to these neighbors' houses. And knowing that I can trust them to go certain places, but they need to just check in and call me, right? But that's but then I have relatives who are not doing that. They're like, only go when I go with you, only do this when I'm there with you, and that's a way more common thing.
Horrible.
That's way more common though right now. And so what I am saying is
Maybe
that,
I guess it's like a regional thing.
No, I don't think it's a regional. I think you could read about it and you'd find out, but I think New York's a little different. I think Japan's a little I think Tokyo's a little different too, right? Right, because Tokyo, you actually train your children how to take the subway at 5 years old. Like you train them at 4 or 5 years old, they can do it, and I've seen it, right? But here, but maybe I'm in a more suburban like area. And it's very different, and that's why there is kind of people responding to that. And again, I'm not making judgments. I'm just saying, yeah, we're very cautious, and now as a society, in many places in society, we're talking about that. And so, yeah, but I will say, yes, if you're in a major city, in a metro that has really good travel infrastructure, it's a little different, yeah. You couldn't function, right? You couldn't function in New York City, like,
exactly.
You know, like it's like you had no choice, you know.
Ain't nobody got time for that in the city. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure there are parents who do behave that way.
Yeah.
In the suburbs, maybe.
Right.
But like in the Manhattan, like.
Yeah.
That just it's not feasible. It wouldn't work.
But the other thing I'd say is, like, I understand the caution, but when you go to an offline session, you have I'm just gonna say, like, for sure, anywhere I've been in the world, if you go to an offline session, you're gonna have way more people that are gonna be supporting you than against you.
Yes. Yeah.
And so if you keep focusing on, oh, there is a bad apple here, yeah, no shit. But it's like, which one are you gonna be dealing with more? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it is more direct. There's going to be more people that will support you. And I know there's examples, but if you really want to scare people from going to offline by telling them, oh, there's going to be this one guy, oh, I better not go. Because I have to deal with that.
Tell someone who is... So I'm coming in mid-conversation, first of all. I don't know what happened before I got here, because I was working before.
Oh, people just felt... because I've commonly seen people tell me they've got to train before they go to an offline session. Training in their fighting game. Yeah, because they're afraid of being they're afraid of being too much of a beginner. And you and I know we get that, but I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of beginners at offline sessions. It's not a problem. It might not be the person I matchmake with you, but I've definitely got people to matchmake them with.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, like in Brooklyn Arcade, when we have our sessions, we don't have that many beginners in Brooklyn Arcade.
You got quite a few, but it's because you got them coming from other games. Like I played with Lionplex, right? And Lionplex is not a beginner, but Lionplex is not playing VF much, and so we cover the basics with them, and I could matchmake them with any beginner, and it would be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The context is like that, right? And trust me, out of of course I came during an event, so it's busy, but I came also the day before the event, and yeah, it's busy. But out of the people that were there, right? And there are certain people I could matchmake with Bree, and she is a skilled player. She's a very skilled player. But there's people I could matchmake with Bree that were also skilled players coming from other games that are learning VF, and it would be worthwhile, right?
That is totally accurate, and I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think the players who are saying I need to train more, before they go out to a session. I don't think those are the players who are like worried about people being mean to them.
No, like, I deal with this every week. Okay, I go to 3 offline sessions a week. I deal with it every day, every session. Somebody that was a little like guarded about this.
About because they thought someone was going to be mean to them?
That they felt that there's a skill requirement.
Okay, but and hey, Water Kirby, welcome. Nice to see you too. By chat. So what? They thought if they weren't like good enough, then they're going to be treated poorly? Is that what it is?
Who knows? But they feel like they don't want to come until they're good enough.
Okay.
But for me, it's like, just come. It'll be fun. Come to the party. Like, yeah, they've expressed they want to come to the party. But they're kind of wanting to feel like they need to be a little bit cooler to come to the party. And it's like, no, just come to the party. You know? I mean, okay, like, I know how you're taking this, but I'm like, this is part of that barrier. This is part of that I don't feel like I'm cool enough yet thing. And some people find out, actually, you're fine. And it'll be fun. And if it's not for you, it's okay. But when you come out, you'll see. And it's better to come see instead of just waiting for that perfect moment to come.
I agree with that. I think it is better to come and see. And I also want to validate that, like, some folks want to, like, not be super bad when they show up.
Exactly.
And they want to, like...
That's why I'm like, come and find out. It's like, come and find out.
So I'm thinking of myself, for example, right? Like, because I had to go through this too.
Yeah.
And it was long enough ago that like I haven't forgotten what it felt like as a new player. So I recall that like I trained a certain amount before I started really coming to the scene.
Yeah.
Really. And some people were nice.
Yeah.
Some people weren't.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Like I want to be straight up. Like some people are not very nice.
We should not go because there's
players, and I think we need to like work on that. To be frank.
Exactly.
But we need to be kinder to our new players.
We do need to be.
You're very kind.
No, but
this isn't like the norm.
Okay, but should they not come?
And in all scenes.
Yeah. No. But I've go to a lot of scenes in Seattle. And I've gone enough times in New York, and I've gone enough times elsewhere.
Not my New York.
Okay,
where I am.
No, I get it. I was in LA, you know. I told you I was part of the scene that would beat you up if you threw in Street Fighter 2.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But again, we're playing the odds. It's poker. And in poker, you've got a higher reward over your risk.
Right, I don't think that's going to resonate with someone who's afraid to show up right now. Like,
that's why I'm telling them, just come, you'll see. This is, it's a big difference. I mean, because I do talk to people, right? And again, you'll find out, and if it's not for you, it's okay. It's better, but you know what I mean? Like, you'll deal and you'll go, okay, these sessions weren't for me. But to be like waiting, but I've seen people wait 6 months before going to sessions because they feel like they had to train, and then they built themselves up, and then it's a little different. Now their relationship has been a little bit off too, because now it becomes a fixation. Some of them do realize actually it's fine, but also you actually get better faster by playing with the group than not.
You do,
right?
You very much do.
Okay, so for me it's like, you like this game?
Roommate,
for me, okay. For me, it's like you like the game. Yeah, I love it. I really want to play it. You want to play with more people? Yeah, I do. You want to play offline more than online? Yes, I do. Okay, come out to the session. Well, let me train a bit more. I was like, I get that, and I'm very sympathetic and very empathetic too. But then I tell them, in my experience, you're gonna have a lot more people that are totally cool, but also we have a lot of beginners. We have a lot of people that are your skill or less actually, but sometimes not like a ton, but they're there, and one is better than none. One offline is better than just the online, you know. So it's one of those things where there's a lot more reasons to go, right? And it's like, but it's also, again, same thing. There are bad people all over the place, but at some point I have to say I'm going to let my children cross the street. you know, and encourage them.
Well, I think we're saying different things, and I think we're talking to different people. So, like, I'm not talking to the same player you're talking to,
okay.
Which is the player that like is reaching out to you and is saying, "Hey, I want to come out, but I'm afraid because I'm not good enough. I want to train." And you're like, "Okay."
I'm talking to that person too.
You would deal with. What's that?
I'm talking to that person too. But yeah, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That's who you're talking to. That's the guy you're talking to, and like that's a different situation than the player I'm talking about, who hasn't reached out.
Yeah, I'm talking about that person too.
To reach out because they think they have to train, and they're not going to reach out until they, practiced enough, and then they're like, okay, now I feel ready.
Yeah.
And like I was that player. I was that player that like didn't feel ready to really engage with the community yet, because I didn't feel like I had the chops yet to do it. And like there are other fighting game scenes that I am not engaged with really fully, because I don't have the skills yet, I feel like, to really utilize offline in-person training with them. So like there's certain basics that I know because I've gotten good at one game already, that I know, okay, I want to learn these things at my own pace. Right. And then when I'm quote unquote ready, then I'll engage with the offline scene and all of that stuff.
Okay, but like sometimes the good time to get into a scene is when it's pretty active. And sometimes, and that's usually when it's very active, that's when it's got more variety of opponents, less of a skill barrier, less of a... Now, Virtua Fighter is more core, except, in Portland we've been teaching a lot of new people, so now we do have it. But even when we didn't, yes, you got someone like Chanchai willing to teach. But you know what? At Brooklyn Arcade, you also have Harpooneer who's willing to teach, because I've watched him teach people online a lot. So
I would be there, and so, a lot of them were just already there.
So
and like he's playing another game, technically, and then they kind of see what we're doing, and they see we're nice, and they kind of join us.
Yeah, so I'm saying you got it at Brooklyn Arcade right now. You have a resource for new players. Yeah, and you got Haya, who's very welcoming, and actually in person he's more calm and like he's always friendly, but he's got a different friendly when he's in person,
Depends how many drinks he's got in him. He's more or less the same online. He's the same guy. He's just when he has more drinks in him, he sounds more like the Haya you see on stream.
Right. So but you also got the guys at Brooklyn Arcade who are gonna, if you ever feel unsafe, I talked to them and they made it feel more safe. You've got an environment. I don't think
anyone should feel unsafe in Brooklyn Arcade.
Yeah.
Like that would be surprising, but I'm speaking more broadly about like fighting game scenes.
You're right. And, I do understand.
I know you're really plugged in to the offline scene in like your area. I'm a little more plugged into like New York City specifically.
Yeah, definitely
and,
New York.
The online scene.
It's true that New York's going to deal with some stuff.
It is worth speaking of that. Like, I think we, as a general fighting game scene, could do better about being mindful of how we speak to each other on the internet.
Yes.
And I think that's really important because it reflects on how you are as a person as well, not just how you're going to be offline when you're like, oh, I don't want to get punched in the face.
I agree with that too.
But then once we're online, I'm going to say some really heinous stuff about this person. Right?
Here's something I can tell you, and this is probably more about Portland.
We have to work on that, like, as a scene, as a whole, not just VF. I mean, like,
here's something I can. Okay, but let me tell you something about Portland right now, and Portland is different. Portland's different. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, but let's also bring up something because I want to make another point that I think. If it's not there, I think can get there. Not because it's happening in Portland, but because I think it's about people interacting with people. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know about the risks of interacting with people. But here's the other aspect of interacting with people, okay? Despite its reputation, Portland does have a decent amount of conservatives, as well as liberal, as well as whatever, right? It has all that. But yes, it is. It just happens to be more out loud liberal as an identity, so that's why it's got a big political target on its back.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have quite a bit of all of that, actually. And in the fighting game community, yes, we do deal with plenty of both, right? Especially old school might have been more of the quote unquote traditionally tougher type of person. And now with this newer generation, especially with Guilty Gear, especially with ever since Sonic Fox and before Umeshi, we have so many players that were inspired by in the last half of the 2010s that right now, yes, a lot of the fighting game community in Portland, like a lot, like you're looking at like 40% plus is LGBTQ, and I'd say most are trans. But with that and with that interaction, and yes, maybe 10 years ago we did have to deal with some players trying to avoid it, some players trying to make their own sessions sell elsewhere to avoid it. At least with the popularity of Street Fighter 6 and with Guilty Gear Strive in this area, we've had more interactions to where some people that are still even very conservative and very whatnot, are over time getting like trying to be better about how they try to be more understanding about their communication, including pronouns, right? And that's a big step for some people, and I know it's one of those things where it seems like it would be a small step, but I am watching that aspect, but also the two-way understanding too, where when people in the more vulnerable community is seeing the efforts made by someone who is probably otherwise wouldn't even try, is trying. And I think that's helping it get better. Now that said, it can be a very scary place, so you definitely want to make sure that where you're going, it's all, you're already accepted overall, and that there's people there that are going to have your back. But
that's all
I will say being in
where you are,
but at some point facing it, or people dealing with each other, is going to be the way that there's going to be an understanding as opposed to a segregation.
Yeah, I agree, and I also being from those groups myself, multiple of them at the same time, and having dealt with a lot of bullshit.
No, you will deal with a lot of bullshit. I still deal with cheap jokes.
I'm saying it to the people who are watching this or who will watch this in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not always just talking to you. I'm sometimes talking to the larger audience as well.
Right.
Which is that it's not on the people who are the minoritized group that are treated poorly to have to take care of the majority group. Because they're taking smaller steps, and it's hard for them. I get it. It's hard for them. They're really small steps.
It is.
And I always want to prioritize the people who are being mistreated or have to deal with the mistreatment.
Yeah.
So if we gotta make our own scenes, play our own folks, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to deal with dealing with some bullshit, and I don't play. There are a whole bunch of folks. I don't talk about it. Right. But a lot of folks I don't play with.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know.
There are a lot of people I don't play with.
I know.
And there are reasons for that.
Yeah.
So I just play people I feel comfortable with, and if I don't feel comfortable with the person, I just don't play with them.
No, I totally understand. Totally get
it's
that.
It's just easy. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, totally. But
so yeah, and that's what I mean by we have a lot of work to do in our scene as a whole.
Yeah.
To make things better, and I think a lot of that starts online, really, because it's easy to be nice offline.
Yeah.
Very few people are going to be absolute assholes online, offline, but their real true selves shows up online when they're
I get it. But
that's what they say. That's what they really think.
But here's the thing.
So that's the behavior we got to work on.
Here's what I would say though: manners are taught offline.
Well, everyone's offline tone's fine. That's what I'm saying. People are fine offline. But if you are so vitriolic online, people won't show up.
Yeah. I agree. That's why we call that
time.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's so important.
True. But it's also why I'm telling people that, like, I understand the concern about real and fake. I do.
Yeah.
But that's also why I'm saying offline is better.
It is.
Right? And right now there are people who...
Like, we talk about this, or are you supposed to talk about it?
I think it's a really good topic. I do, because right now we're dealing with more offline sessions. And we're dealing with kind of opening up and people wondering, should I go offline? Because we've been online so much. And I love online, okay, right? I'm the person who's advocating Virtua Fighter online because, like, I think it's important. And I play it a lot, right? But I'm also seeing where... Again, and it's not that I'm going, I'm not trying to just go pure pro-growth strategy at all costs. That's not really what I'm trying to do. But I am letting people know that this is a very interesting time that of course, Pacific Northwest is different, but I think even if you go on the toxic social media, you'll see it when you're counting how many fighting game players are of certain communities or certain demographics, right? And despite the talk, right, when you're looking at some other aspects, again, and I am saying that when you go offline, they're not going to be as toxic as they are online. Now, yes, that does mean that people not showing 100% their true selves? Yes, but it is also meaning that are they behaving better offline? Yes, they are. Even if it's not as sincere, it is at the very least, at the minimal, it's a form of manners or a form of I don't want to get myself in trouble when I've got real stakes and I'm in person.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Now, are there real assholes?
Not
yes,
always.
there is 100% real assholes.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say that is. It's hard to impress upon folks how much is done that is not polite.
Yes.
That is not nice. That is offline.
Yeah.
That like people like myself put up with. Because we just want to have fun and play our games and not deal with a lot of bullshit. So just because you don't hear us complaining about it, and you're not,
100%,
because that tends to make things worse for us.
Yes, there's a lot.
Doesn't mean there's anything going on.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Okay.
Because we know that in our other aspects of our identity, we deal with that too. Less severe than these times, but we deal with it too, right?
Right.
If we're going to go talking about the race aspect, there's stuff that we still deal with to this day.
Yep.
A lot, and so I know that it's even more severe on the other aspect of identity that we're talking about. So it's one
Hopefully
of those things where
hopefully it'll go away.
It's a lot of work.
We're there right now.
I just think like in life it's a lot of work.
Time.
I think in life it's a lot of work, all of it. Like in life, I think it's a lot of work, all of it, right? We could have said that it should have been done with race long ago. Yeah, well, not really. So it's like, right? And so it's like, it's always, it's humanity. It's people, right? But yeah. And sometimes it requires more courage and bravery than it should. And I agree with that too.
Right. And there's also the normalization of like being a dick. Like everyone knows you can't really be a racist out in the world. Like that's going to cause problems for you. But there's some other groups that it is quite tolerated to be very, very fucking rude towards.
Yeah.
In very fucked up ways. So there's some real differences there, unfortunately.
Right.
And that does play out in our FGC scene. And it'd be nice. And there's also the gender bit too. Like girls gotta deal with a lot of bullshit.
No,
these days.
That's the thing. No.
We deal with so much bullshit.
Women deal with a lot of
ridiculous.
Women deal with a lot of BS. Period.
Yeah.
That's a fact of life. And so that's why, like, that's also why it's like, well, don't ignore that either, right? Yeah. And it's like, and that is why, sadly, when there is created divisions among groups that can share an understanding of suffering, it sucks when those groups are divided too, between those groups as well, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, you know how much you're dealing with right now, and yet how much you have to, like, it sucks that you'd have to work hard to get this or to do that, right? And then this other group, it's even harder, but both are suffering. You know, both are dealing with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
And is it equally suffering? I'm not saying that, but both are suffering. You know.
Yeah, I don't like comparing suffering. I find it to be not very productive.
That's why I was like, I do emphasize the whole.
Which you're not doing.
Yeah, I definitely emphasize the whole. Understand everybody is dealing with shit, right? Everyone. And but we'll not get too deep into that because some people are like, no, these group is not dealing with shit. I'm like, trust me, everyone's dealing with shit. It's just, it's different degrees, and it's we're all trying to live.
The problem can come in is when you say, well, because I'm dealing with this, I'm allowed to be an asshole.
No, right? Yeah, exactly.
That's when messed up.
That's when we're not looking at our humanity.
I'm dealing with this, so now I can excuse my poor behavior because I'm dealing with a lot of shit. No, go handle your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Who does their work like I do? Maybe see a psychologist like myself. Okay, handle your shit.
Yep.
Work on your shit. Instead of projecting it onto everybody else who looks different or behaves or is different from you in some way and deciding to just dump on them because of it. Don't do that. Handle your shit.
Exactly. No, totally. And
I have very little space for that. And you would imagine, she's a psychologist. She can. No. When I'm working as when I'm on a job, yes.
Yeah.
I have plenty of space for my folks. But when I'm just hanging out and just living my life, no, I do not. Handle your shit.
Yeah.
And come back to me later.
Exactly. So it's like, that's, and I think it's good that we're always trying to see the humanity on it, but also just do better. And then, but yeah, take care of your shit. And then and then also like, let's have good times, right?
Like, whenever I see someone acting that way, I'm like, oh, this person's having a hard time. I get it. Doesn't excuse their behavior, but I know this person's having a hard time, and I know their life is probably pretty miserable. Yeah. So I have empathy for the person, but I don't excuse the behavior. Oh, so they make it a 6 out of 10.
No problem. Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, let's. Yeah. No, 100%. And I really enjoyed this conversation. Like, it is I think. It sounds weird, but I do think it's an important conversation. And we are coming from the opposite side of the country. We're coming from a lot of different stuff, and the demographic makeup is so different too. But
it is.
But I will say that at the very least in my area, like it's actually quite different and yet very cool. And I am glad to see generally really good conduct. In fact, I am seeing the process of understanding, but it takes time, right? Sometimes with some of the crowd that is just being polite, but going beyond, but like over time, starting to be a little more understanding in their core, and that's harder, right? But because of the private conversations, I kind of know,
Yeah, and I'm sure that does take place.
But
and while those changes and people are doing their growth and all that jazz, I always, I would add, always be mindful of like who's hurt in the process of this person learning.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Okay, sure, they're learning and that's great, but like they're still doing harm while they're learning.
Yeah.
And like that, so they don't get kudos.
Yeah. No, they don't get kudos.
They're growing,
well,
but like you don't get kudos until you stop being harmful.
They get some kudos, but they don't get full affirmation. Okay, they're just more like, okay, you're coming along, you're getting with the program.
Right.
But it's also
coming along,
but it's similarly, like it's.
I'm still happy for you because you're still doing harm.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's
Thank you.
There's some stuff like even stuff like, for example, when we talk about let's talk. I'm gonna do a hot button topic, but at the same time understand there's really good people behind it. Let's talk about like CEO, for example, right? CEO was a topic that I talked about at locals to someone, right? And this year, CEO, the tournament.
Oh, okay.
In Daytona Beach, right? And you know why some different groups have reasons for not really liking Daytona Beach, right? and so Daytona Beach has always been the challenge about CEO as a tournament, as a major event, and as one of those where Jebailey is pretty, as far as I know, Jebailey seems pretty awesome as a tournament organizer, you know? But the problem has always been not about Jebailey, it's Daytona Beach, right? And the stuff that you have to deal with when you're walking the streets of Daytona Beach, right?
Yeah.
And so, for example,
I've heard about it, for
years,
I haven't been there.
So for years, it was mostly the black fighting game community that was really bringing up this issue of feeling like they were dealing with blatant racism not from at the tournament, but from the locals, right?
Yeah, local thing.
Yeah,
sure.
And so it was something where at least on fighting game Twitter, this is a common topic, right? But this year has a new wrinkle because it is Florida, so now it's not just Daytona Beach; it's at CEOs in Florida, right? And we know that this year Florida seems less welcoming, right? Laws changed, right?
It's to be mean to you. So, another thing for the laws to be enacted that are
so, for example, so what was interesting was talking. So what was interesting was talking about CEO, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking more to people that are in the trans community that were deeply affected this year, especially by Florida's laws, right? Where they had to really think about that. But they had no idea about, what the black community was going through, And so they're like, wait, what are you? And so we,
not the black ones.
What's that?
Right.
Yeah. So it was it was white trans, right? So it was white trans. But and so I kind of explained to them, and it was a good conversation. But it was like, oh, you didn't know about this issue about CEO, right? And it's like, okay, that's interesting, but now we can talk about this in this intersection, right?
Yeah.
But it was like they had totally just never heard of that issue, and I was like, wow, because I know they've been in the community, but it's just not the community, the segment of the community they're talking to, so that's why it was complete news to them, right? And for me, it's like, this is not news at all, but I'm also on social media, right?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So it's really interesting to have these conversations, intersections, right? And it made interesting discussion, yeah. But it's also like but again, of course, not trying to compare and contrast suffering, but just going like, yeah. So, but then I also talk about an organization.
I think it speaks to intersections in a sense, because I thought when you said that, you were like, you're talking to some trans folks about this, and they didn't know about the racism, and I'm like, they must have been white trans people then.
Right.
I know.
Right. Yes.
But it's depending on where your positionality, you might know more about certain things than others. You might be learning about things that you didn't know about before, especially speaking to the trans experience, and there are certain, depending on what you're transitioning from and to, right, or whether you're transitioning to something other than on the binary there, there's certain things you learn that you didn't know before about how you're discriminated against, and how you understand these things is impacted by the constellation of identity that you hold and the experience that you already have.
Yes.
It's that's what you're kind of talking about there.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So, that said, of course, this is not the topic for today, but at the same time, I do think it is that these topics are important, especially now. This is really, I think, cool times interesting times in the fighting game community, and that it's a real new generation too, but it's also that this is about the most inclusive I've seen, the most diverse I've seen in the fighting game community, and it's like, though there was kind of a joke at bonus round, a Mexican friend brought up a funny joke at bonus round. Is like, yeah, you know why they didn't have King of Fighters? Like, why? It's like, oh, there were no Mexicans here, But the thing is actually we have an interesting demographic mix of King of Fighters players in the Northwest, though. So it's got.
So I have a person in my chat actually asking a question about how they deal with a lot of racism where they live, and they were wondering if I have any advice for how they can maneuver through it. I kind of want to answer that question for them, but I need to know more information, like where do you live, and what are you dealing with, because it kind of depends on what's happening. to give you what I would say or offer you. I mean, I say take care of yourself first, but like, I need a little more information about what kind of racism you're handling, because there are different kinds, right? There's just the overt shit. It's the covert shit.
Yeah.
And how one handles the overt versus the covert varies. What's your relationship with this person? Or are there randoms in the street? Like in Daytona, for instance. Like, that kind of bullshit. You're from New York, born and raised, you live in New Hampshire? Oof. So you're dealing with that northeastern racism, that like, that's the covert kind. That's hard.
That's like up in the classes type, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
I mean, generally, the way I deal with people who are just not being good is, as long as they're not actively, like, causing me a problem, like getting in the way of my progress to whatever I'm trying to do, I just ignore them. And, like, I just ignore it. If they're actively causing a problem, though, like, then I might, step to the person and be like, yo, what's your problem? If the person's like a friend of mine, then like that person's not going to be a friend, clearly. I won't spend any time with that person. So I need to know, like, what's the context to really give you more nuanced advice. I'm sure Janchai also has plenty to add to that too.
Well, I think right now it's great to have you talk about it, and I think what you're saying is great, actually. For me, the tricky aspect for me is that I'm coming from a customer service background, and so I do deal with it in various ways for that, and having to make judgment calls on whether, on what I take action on versus what I think can be reconciled, because for me it's more about that it's about threat to safety versus do I need to get people to leave, right? And fortunately it's rare, but we've had that moment, like during COVID there were interesting politically charged moments, right? And so those were interesting, especially whenever Proud Boys were having an event in town. So it's like,
around, that sucks.
Right? Like trust me, I had to deal with a lot of crap during that. So, but and yes, I know Proud Boys has a diverse group of people in them. But
Proud Boys, come on now, we don't need to.
No, they do. It's weird. It's funny, right?
We know what they do.
Yeah.
We know about them.
But
they can go fuck themselves.
It's like, but it's exact, like what Tricky's saying is pretty true though, is you should draw a line it's a grayish line for me, but there is a line where you understand where this is actually intervening on someone's safety and other things. But of course, but then you just can't tolerate hate. And then for me, like, I'm in the position where I have to say something because I'm representing the guests in the restaurant and my staff.
Yep.
Right? But for you, I'm assuming that's not the case, right? And so it's really exactly like what Tricky's saying, where you shouldn't feel like you have to fight battles, right? Unless, like, it has to be extreme for you to actually feel like you ever have to fight a battle, right?
Well, there are lines. It's more like I set the norm for how people behave in the context that I work in. And I have a lot of autonomy in that sense, that, like, if I want to put it with something, I can. If I don't, I can also say no. No, and this is the confines of our work together. And if you can't handle that, or that's a problem for you, then see you later. You can go work with somebody else.
Right.
So I always have if you can't, if this is a problem for you, then we're not going to work together.
Now, on the flip side, because right now we're talking as if we're talking about someone being racist themselves, and it's somebody that's on the same level as you, so it's another citizen, right? But if we were to talk about, like, for example, I have dealt with the good and bad I have a really good relationship with police, personally, for someone running a business and all that. But I've run into that problem where the flaws of the policeman was what I had to deal with, right? And those flaws being that, like, I'm out with a black friend, and not with the policeman, but I've dealt with like overt racism with. I've had to see even that with good behavior, right? They don't get weren't getting a pass. They weren't getting like getting off on this easy, and they had to deal with more, right? I've had to deal with me being this quote unquote model minority and everyone knows I'm a nice guy, so I have gotten passes for that, right? I have gotten like where, okay, no ticket because I'm expressing that I understand what I did wrong, and I'm behaving, and I'm polite, and so they let me go on that, right? Though I have also dealt with an Asian friend who always has a chip on his shoulder when there's authority, so watching him, I don't think he was treated unfairly, honestly. I just think that he was getting like close to the normal treatment, but that hostility made it faster,
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to tell him, you're in the group where actually if you just kind of just apologize, say that you were wrong, they kind of let you go. Yeah. and so that's not fair, right? That's not exactly fair, but that's what I do deal with, right? And I tried to tell him,
yeah, but it's real though. That's real.
It's real,
like,
right? And so the point is that this is real, right? The point is that this is going different ways, and that officers are being trusted to use their judgment, and sometimes factors that might be more emotional, or in their mind they might think, I mean, honestly, from talking, they might honestly, it's racist, but they might honestly think that they're doing what they call rational, but what it is just they're using some pre-existing data to try to justify an irrational premise because they should be judging the action. Right? Their job is to judge the action, not the demographic. Not being like, oh, this group normally does this, so we're gonna, this is how we handle it, right? That's the problem, right? That's the difference. And,
that's the bias right there.
Right? That's the bias, right?
That's
the bias. That's the definition of the bias.
I'm biased against this group.
Exactly, right? But again,
they're just rationalizing why they're biased, but they're stating the bias. Exactly. Clearly there.
100%. So that and so that's why I'm like, no, like I've dealt with this. So that is why that topic resonated with me a lot when it, especially whenever it's really heated and whenever I do get frustrated on that topic, because I've seen it my whole life. And I lived in Los Angeles during the time of the Rodney King beatings, beating. And it was like, and I saw aspects of it in life, and so, and it resonated with me because a lot of times there were friends that were, I maintain all of my friendships. Like, I've never cut a friendship because of political differences or ideological differences. I know that's not everyone. I'm just making it clear that I don't do that. I'm just making it clear that I don't do that. Yeah. Right. But I'm just saying that I'll just make it clear that I'm not the one doing that. Okay?
I'm glad that's in your case, though. That's awesome.
But saying that, it does mean that I engage in a lot of debate on topics that are hot button issues, or that I have severe differences with my friends on, Mm-hmm. And so one of them that used to always get me really heated, and I'm being honest, right, is if we would talk about this issue of general racial profiling, right, or the conduct in this case, right. And so for me, it resonated because I had real life experience backing it up, right? And then I had a lot of friends who were both, I've had Asian friends, I've had white friends, especially, these two groups especially, where some of them just didn't believe that was really a problem, right? Or more and if it was their older generation, their parents' generation, it's a little different. Their parents' generation is no, you should do that, and it's no, right, and I'm no, I disagree, but that said, but then the other friends, the ones that are more my generation, they would be more oh, but where's the evidence? Where's the this is they're treating it as this is a he said, she said, and I'm I get that, except for the fact that I've seen this, so it coincides with what I've experienced, and I don't even. This is where it gets controversial. It's I don't personally think that the officer themselves was an evil person, but I do think that they were biased and that they did that. Ultimately, it's a bad act, right? And it's a terrible act. And so that's why I'm against it. But I'm also for me, it's like there's many layers to this. Training only one of them. Okay, right? But for me, it was a serious issue because, and I would be like, no, but even when there is, so the most frustrating part was basically when we finally have smartphones and everybody on a smartphone. Now we have video evidence, right? And then having other people, suddenly those same friends, instead of going, where's the evidence, is now like, well, what about this other angle? You know, and it really pissed me off, you know. Right? But then like, it's also,
there is no evidence for them. They're just trying to,
right, it becomes,
they're just trying to rationalize their belief.
But with some friends, it becomes like a real cognitive dissonance too after that, right? Where like, but then it's like, but again, some people double down when they're faced with that, right? And it's like, and so it's like having, like, dealing with friends and family that are doing this, like, is really frustrating. So that is why it becomes this really hard issue. Or like, when we get into that, like, how do we deal?
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier to deal with it when it's not your identity that they're having problems with, right? If it's about like some other group that like isn't you, then yeah, you can totally like have a discussion about that. I think it's probably the most beneficial time to have that kind of conversation. The issue is when it's about who you are, like when you're the one that's the problem for them.
Yeah,
that's where there isn't much room for discussion, because like you can't argue, nor should you argue for your humanity to someone who's your friend.
Right.
Like they're clearly not your friend. They can't be your friend. They don't believe you're.
Well, they're in this case though, like I said though,
human rights, right?
but in their view, that's not what they're seeing it as. The problem is that the reason I don't draw the line on that friend is because we're talking about someone else at this point, right? And we're talking about like it's easy for them to be divorced. For me, it's a little more personal too, though. But it is. But then that's the problem is that but yes, it becomes about right. I would say with the older generation, that the rights thing is there. The younger generation kind of knows, right? Like they know what the rights should be. The older generation might be coming from a different culture and a different value system, so they have an inborn prejudice and just say and are kind of like justifying that inborn prejudice, right? You know, and I've had to kind of like, but for the sake, I'm not going to fight with my girlfriend's father or mother, right? But I'm not going to like go like complete hard on it, but we're going to debate, right? And so things like that, but then it becomes, but we do have communications, and as you know, I'm not afraid, just like we're talking this topic, I'm not afraid to talk these topics in these type of situations. So I do have a serious discussion with them, and I try to be very sympathetic and empathetic, just to make that breakthrough. And sometimes it works, sometimes it won't, and you have to be prepared for when it doesn't, and that sucks. Sometimes you're not going to convince. We know that from this era, that sometimes there's certain things you won't be able to really persuade as much, but sometimes it's worth trying. But it takes a lot of time.
As long as it's not you that the persuasion, like as long as it's not your existence that's being debated.
Yeah.
That right. I highly encourage against doing that. For one's own mental sake.
Yes.
Unless you really are ready for that, I would say don't do that.
Right.
That's a person who does cut out. That's who gets cut out. That's how you get cut out.
But on the topic, so the original question though, what exactly were they? What type of racism were they felt like they're dealing with exactly though?
Like the New England, the covert sign that like you'll see in the northeastern area.
Yeah, we see it here too.
Get more detail, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some where it comes. Yeah, that type is going to be harder. If it's covert though, it also, like, again, that goes back to what you were saying, where until it's actually intrusive in real life, right? Or into like daily life, right? Into like your daily life, their daily life, right? Until it actually intrudes on that directly, it's one of those where you kind of live and let live and try to keep making a better world, on your normal interactions. And of course, I'm in a restaurant, so I do sometimes have to take action. Right?
They're saying passive aggressiveness.
Yeah.
We still need more detail. Like that. That's still too vague.
Yeah. Well, passive aggressive is hard, and it's one of those where, okay, if someone's just being an asshole, if you can, avoid them and F them. But the problem is when it's like at the workplace is really hard, and then you have to decide if this becomes... The hard part about when the workplace feels like it's become hostile for you, this is a hard one.
I don't know if this is workplace or not. They just kind of say in general.
Right. I'm just saying...
I don't think it's I don't think it's specific to like one context.
But if this is just
general,
like in the neighborhood...
How do I handle this?
Yeah, if it's like this just in the neighborhood, it's one of those where I actually do say live and let live in a way, because you're calling them out, I don't think it's going to really change them, though it could give them something to think about, but it's one of those where it's going to add a lot of stress to your life, to their life too. And whether that's worth it or not to you is going to be up to you. But
right.
But you know, like it's one of those things where
kind of piggybacking on that,
their community is more likely to do it for them.
Do you? And they're saying it's general among Northerners, so like it's just a general thing, which is what I thought it was, because I've been over there before. I kind of know what it's like, and we're both from New York, so we're both used to New York style racism, which is different than the Northeast, the far Northeast.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if it's in general, depends on how much it's bothering you. Like, can you limit your interaction with these folks who are being assholes to you, or who are being passive aggressive to you in a way that you feel inspirationally motivated? If you can, then limit your interaction with them. If you can't, which you might not be able to, depending on how it's coming across.
Yeah.
I mean, I would move.
Yeah.
But like, that's not an option for everyone. It might be an option for you. Right. But I would try to find a community of folks where like that's not an issue.
It's pretty much exactly my answer.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly my answer. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, it's not always an option, but like if it is, then like that's what I would try to do. Nice tech.
Thanks.
Oh.
Thought I threw you. I thought I was
trying to throw a break, and I did it wrong.
It worked out.
It did work out for me.
But I appreciate everybody hearing our talk, but at the same time, I know this is not everyone's cup of tea, and it is normally not what we cover, but it just happened to be today, and so today, But thanks for hearing us out, and we hope it helps some. And if it was an inconvenience to you, then I understand because of the in aspect. But I do think these are important topics. Obviously, Tricky and I, we deal with some different intersections of these topics in our day-to-day life, But and so some people, it really matters to them, and it helps them have something to think about. But everybody has to think for themselves at the end of the day. Everybody makes decisions. And the more you go through life, the more you've had to, wherever you are in life, the more you've had to realize you've had to make sacrifices in your life just to get wherever you are, wherever that is. And everyone has struggled, including you. And so it's like one of those things where I encourage people to try to see each other's humanity, even when you have to deal with the bullshit. But at the same time, there definitely are times when there are moments in life that will test you on that bullshit, but it's not every day and it's not all the time, but it does add up. And so that's why sometimes there will be moments where we have to take some action. But I'm not doing a call for action. I'm just saying you have to make those decisions in your life very carefully, because everyone's trying to get through their shit.
Be similarly on many of these things. Not all of them. I'm a little more aggressive.
Yeah. Right. Everyone has their
yes. If you found this to be an upsetting conversation and you're not like on our level in terms of what we're saying about like being open and supportive and welcoming people, then like I don't apologize for you being uncomfortable. Like screw you, I don't care. That's fine, but like I'm far more aggressive about that. Like I don't care if it makes them uncomfortable. I don't give a goddamn fuck if they're uncomfortable or bothered by the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I actually feel good that they're uncomfortable. Good. You should feel uncomfortable because you're being an asshole. Right? Like, I really have no patience for it. And for the folks who like, so you know, I'm a little more, I guess, radical.
Yeah.
or militant in a sense.
There's similarities.
Because, like, I deal with this all the time. Like I do deal with this every day.
Yeah.
So it's not always a lot, but it is all the time. I always have to deal with this. Every single day I deal with this bullshit. So yeah, I would like for people to be better than they are. All of us.
I like that low. Okay. But yes, 100% what Tricky... Well, I agree though, in general, like the approach, yes, our approach is different, or the way our ultimate direct action is different.
Yes.
But at the same time, but we both have a similar idea in mind, I think.
Yeah,
and that, like, for example, like for me, it's because I am the more patient type, but it's also me believing that this discomfort is something that they're facing, that they're dealing with and processing. And so for me, for you, but for you, it is
that discomfort that they're having is different.
Right.
Like
correct. Yes.
Like I'm patient as well, but but my response to their discomfort is not the same as yours.
Yeah. All right, that doesn't work.
Yes.
That was beautiful. That sweep hitting the wall does that, or was it because it hit the wall, right?
Yeah. Had to hit from the wall at just the right angle, and it does that.
Okay. But
her back if her back's to the wall, watch your toes.
Yeah. What I will say is, at the very least, I am, for those who listen, I appreciate you listening, and I also hope it gives you something to think about, or, you know, depending on who you are, I hope it bolstered how you felt. You know, so you know, at the end of the day, we're just That said, we're going to focus on the VF now, but I really did enjoy that talk. I really did. I have no regrets about that talk.
I've been focused on the VF the whole time.
I have not. I can't. It's hard. But I'm like, now I get to. But I have been watching some stuff, and I'm like, okay, I like what I'm seeing here. But it was only about maybe a total of 5 minutes at this point. But I enjoy the playing, and the activity is awesome. And it's amazing that you can play, that you can be focused and do that conversation too. What I really like though too, I like
help me with that.
I like how you're just like if you do a sweep, you're dead. Like, and you showed me how much life I was going to lose on the sweep, so that was awesome.
I couldn't hear you. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I like that you showed me how much life I was going to lose, even when you just blocked the sweep. So you know. Yeah. And I know that was the project. I know that was something that like, oh my god, is that back throw?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The only thing is improving your punish of 1K when you evade it.
1K?
That's the only thing.
1K?
Yeah, just making sure you're punishing it really well.
Oh yeah. Like, I got 9K. I got 9K that shit.
Right, but obviously the only the fudge factor is the fact that 1K is like 2 attacks, right? So that's 2 attacks in one, and so you have to wait for that second attack, but you still have time to 9K that shit. So yeah.
I do. Nope.
All right, here we go.
I'm punishing it better than I used to. I'm punishing a lot of things better than I was. Fucking shit.
It's like PG. It sucks when you realize that PG has counters in this game. Right? You know, like I hate it too, because that's like Setsuna doing like punishing me for doing PG. And it's like, really? It's like PG gets hard countered. It's like, yes, it does. You know. Oh my god, nice meaty timing. Perfect meaty timing.
Thank you.
Have to let the audience know. It's like, Tricky knows, but other people have to know. Tricky did a perfectly timed meaty because I tried to evade that shit. And you can only evade if they're not having perfectly timed meaty.
Oh no, none. She must be really plus there. More than I thought. Ooh.
Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna give you my focus now. Give you...
Okay. Infamous. You don't understand why people are so judgmental sometimes. Some people are just, they got a lot of hate. They got a lot of stuff. They got their stuff to deal with, and they're not dealing with it. So they put it on everybody else. But they gotta deal with their own stuff. Deal with your shit, people. It's also just easier. Life's easier when you do that.
Exactly. 100%. I'm just gonna say 100%.
Yeah.
On that. But it is hard to learn that too. Especially if you're very self-conscious in your nature.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do.
I will say sometimes life just beats you with that with age too. Like sometimes I had to learn that the hard way. Yep, just wait, delay, attack. Good.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay, so those are, it's like a high mid, yeah.
Oh. Damn it, I wanted to punish that throw so badly. I thought I had to punish too. I was shocked. I was like, what? I missed.
Yes. Freaking 9P is so good. Eileen is like, it's like every time you do a low, you are gambling. It's like, yes. Even if it's an EX low.
I didn't break it.
That's been happening lately to me. I don't know what my buffering is doing. Yep. Yeah, you got that pattern down. Awesome. High risk
I got the punch I needed. Didn't have to do the 9K. Nope. Okay. Yeah.
The risk on the uppercut. That was uppercut, right? I don't know.
No, that was just me turning.
That's the one that confused you a few weeks ago.
That was a little different this time. Uh-oh.
Was that guaranteed after the punch hit?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's like classic Eileen. PP6P. It still exists. It's still a thing. Shoot. Yes.
Oh, I didn't do forward. I did down forward.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't get it.
So you guessed, you knew correctly. You read the throw.
I didn't go down.
Just the input.
Yep. I tried to duck under it. After I did the fuzzy guard, I went fuzzy guard throw escape, and then I tried to go down a second time.
Sure, and also with the hitbox, you're likely to be tapping, and so that's why you stood up before doing that one. Okay. Shit. nice ring out.
Out of the ring.
It's a good stage to train on, though. Especially for me, actually. I do like training. I think I do need to train short wall stage against Eileen because I don't go for the high ring out enough. And I think it's something that it's a big target against her. So.
Huge weakness of hers is that. Huge. And I can't mitigate it either. Oh, crap. Okay. There it is.
I love it. Yep. You knew that, yeah. Yes! I like that I did that duck. It's just like, whoop.
Okay.
Shoot. Is that guaranteed?
If you had duck parts of it, you could have gotten under.
Man, I like that you can double uppercut that. I tried to evade that. Was that perfect timing here? Because I did try to evade it.
If you tried to evade it and you didn't get it, yeah. Oh, no. You must have just been late, because if you had it done, if I did it meaty, you would have gotten hit normal. You wouldn't have been staggered.
I think I got the guard hold. That's okay.
Yeah.
We know about it. We know that it's like online. You just got to let go of guard earlier. You know, it's just like
pretty much. So, pretty much.
It is a system. It is like a netcode that's trying to protect you from other situations. But, nice elbow. Elbow meaty is always. It's like an underrated thing that I never do, but it's a really good thing actually.
It's really good.
It's so because of the amount of times you get side turn elbow too. It's like it's good. But
and it just gives you a free Nitaku up in their face. Especially if you can do it meaty. Thank you.
I got punished for hesitating, but I think if I had committed, it would have worked. But that's okay.
Yeah, you definitely could have. I read that you would take time. Too close.
There. Try to evade. It's again online. Got to let go early if you want to do it, but just block it. Just block it. It's online. It's like
-15.
Just block it.
13
Is it 13? Okay, 13.
It's either 13 or 15. It's a lot. It's negative a lot.
Yeah. It's just like just block it. I wanted to evade it, but I'm like, but now I'm remembering. I'm remembering that like online, let go. You have to let go early, so maybe it's just worth just blocking it instead. But evade punish is so good against it. So.
Well, evade's risky on that because I have my twirl also.
Yes.
So like I want you to evade. It's better to just block it.
Perfect meaty time on that.
Thank you. Blocking's OP. That's right, Necromancy.
No, in this game, ducking is OP. But yeah.
Oh my God,
that was so beautiful.
So cool.
That was a really cool ring out. Cool. I did not expect that. That is amazing ring out, so that was cool.
Well, like, it was the monkey hop forward into that. Like, that was so cool. Oh. I didn't plan any of that out. It just kind of happened.
This is neutral?
Best feeling.
Is that neutral throw, right?
Yeah, that was back.
Okay.
That was late. I wanted to do it. One exchange earlier. Got it.
That's so good. What was this move?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just 6P plus KP. I need to start sealing that move. I haven't gotten there yet. It might take another 2 weeks before I can seal that move, but it'll feel so good when I finally seal that move.
You can Sabaki it.
I know. That's why I'm saying. That's why I say seal is because you taught me the tech, but it's like I'm not there yet. But it's in my brain, but I'm like I am not there yet.
Necromancy. That ring out was a character specific. That only works on Lion. That specific position and that specific angle. Like a lot of very specific things had to happen perfectly for that to work. And you just figure that out over time. You just, like, I didn't know 100%, but after a while, you just kind of know-ish what will most likely work, and you just go for that. So I'm constantly, especially in this particular matchup, like, learning new shit. No, it hit me! Oh god, I'm dead. Just about.
Just an MP. Yep, I was dumb. I was being dumb. That was good though. Alright. Just block. Blocking's OP, yes.
Hi.
Yeah. Guaranteed hit confirmed. Look at that. Oh my god. I like that. Forgot about that. Yep. Okay. Got it. All right. Here we go. Chancha's gonna try to do something.
See, that's exactly correct. There's no downside of going for that because if you don't get the ring out, you get the wall combo. And if you get the ring out, they're dead. Great.
So good.
Jesus.
All right. Now we know 1 PP is not going to work there. I so thought 1 PP was going to work there. Oh, very good stuff.
I'm glad I got under your full circular real high.
I really like that ECD under the full circular right there. It was like, oh, okay.
When I start getting those, that's when I know I'm in the zone.
Yeah. Well, it's a very tight thing. It's like, I'm like, yep, Tricky's in.
Hey, no. Uh-oh.
So that's all guaranteed. I tried to duck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sam.
Oh, I was right. Shit.
Perfect.
That was a special combo starter when I'm using the wall there. I have to use a different starter, and then I can bound you and do another like full wall combo there.
That's so
but
cool.
I didn't believe.
Nice.
Gotta believe.
Nice kicks. Oh yes.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah, wall combos are super damaging, Necro. Nice wing punish! Ah, wait, what? I must have been late.
Yes. That's right, I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that too. It's like a delay shoulder and can really wreck you too.
Yeah, like right when your feet are along the, you know how the ground has that marker, that little border, that secondary border before they ring out? If your feet are like right along the line, the inner line, there's a high chance she can ring him out specifically, or another light characters.
That's nuts. Awesome.
Specifically at that foot position. Specifically at that like ring position. If your back is kind of angled towards the edge of the ring.
Nice.
Thank you. Nice.
Good punish. Good punish. There it is.
Thank you. That's negative 15, right? Or is it 16 or 17?
It's got to be like 15. I think at least 15. It's 15 is in my mind. 15.
Okay.
But now now you found the real punish for that move, so.
That is 15 punish. Yeah, that's a 15 frame punish. Ooh, I didn't know I'd get that. Almost.
Almost. Yeah, I need to hold it just a little longer.
I saw you.
I like that. Again.
Gotta be careful there.
I'm crying. This is a lot of fun, though. This is a lot of fun trying to find this stuff, and I like the answers you've come up with, or I like how much tighter you're able to execute these too.
Thank you. Yes, I've been Well, we've been playing, so I guess this counts as practice.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. I watch our steps back. Like I look back, I'm like, okay, what could I have done there? What could I have done there? Right, I should have been doing this. So it's been helpful.
Likewise too. This has helped me with my matches at bonus round too.
Nice.
Okay. God, again. I like that you're just like, I'm not gonna eat that like crouch dash sidekick. You're just like, it's like you got to remember it's a mix up too. It's a speed mix up, so. It's like, you know. Oh, nice, always throw there. It's good.
Oof.
Yeah, that crouch dash costing me. I like that you're in full control of the tempo here. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Good. Perfect. Well.
That one is 13. Double uppercuts, right? Maybe not.
Good choice. Shit, I deserve to die. Kill me now.
God, you can't hit her out of this. I wish I could hit her out of this. Such a good confirm trap. I tried to low punch you out of that.
I've altered my timing so that you can't hit me there.
Okay.
So I'm trying to force you to stop pressing a button there. I'm like, evade and wait.
Okay.
Don't attack me. Evade and wait.
Yeah,
and I'll
that's what I'm saying,
right past you, and you'll get my back.
Right. You're right. Oh,
or double evade.
I wish Leon had Trump on back, but he does have good stuff. It's counterintuitive. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very strong. It's why people who don't. It's like a Jeffrey player like Adam. That's how he shuts that move down. Like I can't really use that. Like there you go. Just like that. Exactly. You have more ways to stop it than someone like Jeff, but that's how they deal with it.
I see.
Hey, Water Kirby. You like the GGs. You're in both our chats. I love it.
Like the Chanchai shenanigans.
I wasn't ready. I can't move.
The Chanchai shenanigans.
Okay. Guess I'm just gonna die now. Oh, okay.
Nice duck.
Oh my god.
It's like the Leon special here.
I'm surprised I got under. I'm so surprised that went under. That move's so weird.
It's very weird. That's why, like I said, Shiwopan saying it's frame dependent means that Shiwopan cannot give a straight answer on like how that move, like how that move wins, because nobody can. The variables are very complicated, so it's like they're not on straight numbers. So, God, that's so cool. That was full circular. No, that was the half circular kick, wasn't it?
Half circular. Who half circulars?
So to her back.
Hold on, I don't remember anymore. Let's see. Go.
I can stagger break that?
You could try.
Okay.
No, you really can't break that. That's guaranteed.
Right? It's guaranteed?
And no one's breaking that.
It feels guaranteed, but...
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't break the wall. Though breaking the wall against you is not as bad. Wait, yeah, don't hit a button. I'm glad that works.
Oh, I wanted to hit you. I'm surprised I didn't hit earlier.
Damn it, I forgot with her it's different.
Oh, I thought you go low.
Yeah. So this... So, yeah. This is teaching me a lot. What I love about our sessions is this whole, like, the more and more you try to thread needles in this game, like it does a lot to your awareness on certain situations, and I like it. It's also the most fun part of this game, in my opinion. So,
okay. Agreed.
I always forget about that.
I didn't think you were gonna get a hit like that, so I wasn't ready to do the combo. I hadn't buffered it properly.
I didn't think I was gonna get. I didn't think I was gonna get hit like that either. Thanks for telling me about like how Adam deals with that particular move, and I'm starting to see it more. So it's
yeah, I mean, I'd rather you know, so you can start to use it.
This is so much fun, though, for me.
Shit.
Yeah, and you're just like, I like that you do.
That.
I
love time.
Yeah, but I love that you're just like, no, Chan-Chai, you don't get to crush shit. Like, this is so low risk for me to just fish a mid here.
Shit, you tried to press a button. You uppercutted, didn't you?
Which one?
That was uppercut. That kind of hit when on tech roll.
Yeah.
That staggered you into the wall.
I can't remember.
I couldn't see it. Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay.
That was very fun set. So.
What stage should we pick this time?
I like this stage. I think one of the things I have to work on eventually in the matchup, and it's not a factor today, is basically ringing you over a fence. I think it's one.
So should we pick a stage the same kind of
Jeffrey stage
the wall breaking maybe?
Sure, like, yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
That's like Sarah's stage, right? Or Brad, I forgot. Yeah, like Terrace.
Like Brad's stage, or what's the other one?
Yeah. Terrace is good. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not Final Showdown Brad stage, right?
Or... it's Statues. Statues is the other one.
Statues good, yeah. Statues great. We haven't done Statues in a while.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But I'm also glad that they turned the bloom lighting down on an Ultimate Showdown. Final Showdown, like, it's like went out of its way to blind you as a player.
What you mean Terrace?
Yeah, because on Terrace it just blinded you to hell and like just watch.
I like it more in this one too. Yeah. I mean, I like the bloom, but it's good to mix it up.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I wanted.
Nice patience.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I didn't even think it just came out my hands. Not what I would like to have come out my hands, but you know.
Yeah.
That's definitely not optimal. I tried to press a button there. Other than 2P. My stubbornness, what that is.
Yeah, it's so dangerous to go for anything there. Just punish. Take a while. I like that sequence.
Oh, I picked the wrong way.
You did, 100%.
Yep.
That will always get me. It just looks so right, but... Was that escapable? Was that pounce guaranteed? The ground hit?
No,
okay.
It's not.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Normally it's not. I think normally for sure it's not.
If you tech roll, it's not. But if you don't tech roll, then it's going to hit you, yes.
Okay. All right.
So you have to tech it.
I thought I waited just long enough. Nope. But there's no need to hurry, though. So. Yay! I didn't fall for it. I fall for other stuff, but I didn't fall for that.
Negative 15. Yeah. Negative 15.
Negative 15? Okay, if you do the kick.
Missed. That was exactly what I wanted to have happen.
I know.
Exactly.
It's like, look at that. Oh my god. That was great.
I was like, I have enough ways to ring him out that like he can't guess them all right. I think I get in my position.
It's really good.
Good. And risky, but good. Get down.
Yeah. I just got too desperate.
Got that elbow out.
That was wonderful. that was a very fun game.
Yes, great.
I really like that ring out too. It's like
that ring out felt so good. I hope someone can clip that because that was.
Oh, someone clipped it. Someone will clip it.
Yeah, I found a couple of things tonight that like I've gotten that like are just perfect. Like I'm playing really well right now, and it feels great.
I think so. Okay, I like that. I'm starting to see it. Okay. I thought I was just close enough. Nope. You're like, you were close enough for death. Oh my god, just wait for that. will get this. I'm feeling it though. I'm feeling it.
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling the rhythm on Eileen. Like I'm feeling the timing more, and I'm seeing it more. So I'm
pace. Like, yeah, she has a certain pace.
Oh, I thought I got you. I need to just cut it.
Hopefully he'll miss.
I need to remember to like. Sometimes it's just tricky. Today, you're countering the tempo like you're rushing it, so it's like, oh, I can just go on that, but it is risky because it's a hard read. If I go for it, for you, it's slightly less risky. For me, it's risky if I decide to cut, to kill it as opposed to just block it. It's fun, but that's what makes the attack versus attack games fun, So
exactly. Because I'm hedging my bet that you're either going to do a low or an attack that I can smack you in the face with, because I'll crush any low with that move. That's it in range. I think it's 16. I think I can 9K that. You tried to evade?
No, I thought for some reason I thought you would switch to something else, but it wasn't going to work anyway.
Can I stagger out of that?
God,
that's too far.
That was really cool. Okay, that's really cool too.
I didn't have time. I had to just commit.
Oh, I decided to commit on that one too. It was just like, I'm going to commit.
That was good. I was too late for that.
I'm glad I got a read there.
Ooh. Might die, just about. Yep.
Hey, I did a clean one. I did a clean round there. It's like, it's okay. Chanchai 1, Tricky 4,000, right now. It's like, working towards more, working on our gains. No, but I feel the progress. I really feel progress. Like that last set before this one felt huge progress.
Hey, you're fighting way better. That's not a bad punish either. It's that's also a combo.
Yep.
That was a hair too early. Oh no.
Eventually I'll figure out if there's
that?
I'm wondering about it right now, but I'm also afraid because my feeling says no. My feeling says there is no combo that's going to go over the wall.
Mine says yes.
But you think it should because of how high he launches with that. But the timing is like when it doesn't feel like it. But again, no, yes. Okay, I think so. Yes. I think so. I think there is.
I didn't get anything. Why could I whiffed? What I get for not 9K when I should have. I think so. I should have 9K'd that.
I think I know I think I have an idea of what the combo would be, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a way.
But yeah, I think there's a way. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, and it's doesn't need to be rushed because I'll just stack the mental stack, and yet it's something that's not that hard to do.
You can just try it when next time you get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I think I can do this relaxed. I can find it while I'm relaxed. So.
Ooh.
I love that she's still standing on there.
Ooh, I thought you'd go high. I committed to it. Should have just 9K.
It does look like a high.
Could I have 9K that? I don't.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Alright, I know how to stop that. Damn it.
Damn it, I knew it. Part of me told me to just do a combo that will win. Just because of the chance of dropping that if I rush it, so. Alright, I need to start actually doing the real combo if I get that. Okay, so you can't, that's the risk of trying to 2G that. Oh, I'm glad I got that. Oh my god. Yep.
Because of how light he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice carry to the wall. Like, I think you did that on purpose, too. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I did.
It's like... Take the lows, it's okay. It's nice delay elbow.
Thank you.
That was punishable, right? It's like the third uppercut of a string.
Yeah, the third punch is punishable if you block it. The third punch of the triple mid string, you can definitely punish that. -15?
Yeah, I was very sure of that. I was just too slow. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, we're doing training. Mental stack is normal part of it. So it's like...
Yeah, the stack's getting large now. I'm putting on... because I have a better understanding now of what line does,
yeah.
I don't have to defend as much. Now I can apply my offensive pressure. That calculated pressure I like to do, but with better understanding of like what your options are and what my risk is for doing what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Alright, here we go.
I'm still seeing some new things with Leon, but I feel like I've seen a lot of the options, and now I'm trying to just counter them. I wouldn't say I'm just countering them, I'm trying to, not always.
I like that you've done a lot more lows there. That's like, oh, that's right, there's a low there. There's a low again. Same low. You know?
Yes. Hiya.
Nice. Totally got me.
Thank you. Good luck.
Okay.
I was hoping you were too close. Wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's really good.
I think I caught you as you were coming in. My elbow was in front of you, so you walked into it.
Exactly. Yeah. This is really good.
Thank you. I think playing Grand Blue Fantasy has been helping my footsies, or my neutral game a bit more. Because I've been focusing on it in that game. So I do in that game is just footsies.
I see.
Got it?
Gotta wait for it. I am seeing it though, so that's good. So. That's good. That was techable, right? I mean, like, to mitigate damage, I don't know if lethal. Like,
I'm not sure, actually. I wasn't sure if it was going to kill you.
Nice 9K.
Thank you.
We're seeing it.
Shite! I was trying to stop that! Not gonna combo? No. Yeah, Necro, it is helpful to play other games to, because every game has its own thing that it really emphasizes. Like VF emphasizes mental stack and being able to manage that. That's like the main skill.
Oh no, I could have rung it out. You're right.
There, you definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Didn't combo like I wanted it to. Thank you.
No. Shit.
I was trying to use time.
I know.
I was like,
I was like, I gotta be so patient. I was like, I gotta be so patient for this. Good.
It's something. I forgot about that move. I'm probably dead. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh my god.
I was able to do the chancha, so.
I saw, I was like, oh no. Fell into his trap. Right into it.
Almost non-time. I was wondering. Okay.
Oof, got me doing the same thing.
Yeah. There we go. Yep. Same trap. Not trap. Same like cell phone. But yeah. Really? No, nice. Just wait for the 9p moment.
Hello?
So good.
Hello?
And you were... Yeah, can you hear me?
This is a phone.
Oh, okay.
It was spam. It was spam. Never mind. Don't worry about it. The hell? BF6 for 2024? Who knows?
Not in 2024, but announcement 2024 maybe.
Maybe
Keep the
announcement
hopium
of
up.
that being developed. Do you think we'll see it on the horizon? I think it'll come. It's a matter of when.
That move. I will see it.
Yes.
Love that beautiful 6P plus K. It's like that thing
Thank
has
you.
range. So good. And you got the side turn with it? Okay.
A side turn is super powerful because it combos without scaling.
Nice 9K. Thanks for punishing me for that low. Oh.
Thank you. One thing I see with Chenchai is he always takes the aggression option or the stay and block. Not a lot of sudden space creation or very little whiffing from me. Yeah, I'm not whiffing. What it is, I don't whiff. I will not whiff buttons because I know how dangerous that is.
I will wait. I think you can tell them that I have a lot of space creation, actually. But, you know.
I disagree with the space creation. I think he's taking lots of space. I'm trying to suffocate him. Sometimes, not always. A little more than I was in the previous sets.
But I really appreciate the feedback because it does give me something to think about. So, but I think I do a lot of space creation, actually. So.
You do. Maybe it's like how you're making it. That's
sometimes it is hard to see it too, though.
No.
Like it's easier to see it if I mess it up, right? But just like when you, but I think plenty of times Turkey knows that if you let me get away with the crouch backdash, I hit a lot.
Yeah.
Right, you know, and so it's like one of those things where like that, right? That's a space creation right there. But it's also true that like but what the feedback is great because it's also pointing out what's happening in the match, that it's failing.
Yeah. Hey, they have more. I'll tell you what they said after.
But I am also hitting a button after evading that move, and that's what I'm trying to learn, is to not hit a button after 6 people
Don't hit
stay.
A button.
Like, it's hard because it's like hitting guard is hitting a button. So to go on the record, hitting guard means you're hitting a button, right? And and what it is VF has rules for tracking that if you evade, you're not vulnerable to a string or slow attack from that until you hit a button. If you hit a button, it'll track you. And it's great. I like that system. It's a really good system in my opinion because it's what allows the side steps to function the way they do in this game.
How to get you out there.
Oh man.
I fucked up like 3 times.
Yeah. I just need just an elbow would have done fine. And it's just like just an elbow would have done fine.
Yeah,
but also the elbow's
so what else they said? They think one thing a really good BF player do is mix up the chance for pressure with the chance for space creation. And he means like, or Necro means like, if I see him get hit, and he then goes in always, I guess.
Okay.
Another person wants to know, have you been playing Lion since BF3?
Yes. Since Virtua Fighter 3 Team Battle. Yeah.
BF2. There it is.
Alright, now we gotta finish that move.
I tried to get in there with something that I shouldn't have. Whoops. Nice. I thought you do press. I think you press a button.
So good. Nice 9P.
Thank you.
Okay.
I thought you'd do something
uppercut.
On the way up.
I tried to do 4 people's carry. The uppercut hit it, which is good. I like that 9K right there. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Wow, I didn't know it was going to work.
No, well, you countered, like, I sidestep exactly when you were doing the right thing. And then I tried...
Oh, you were sidestepping. Got it. I'm still surprised that worked. I'll need to watch that one back.
Yeah.
That's a really good setup.
The last one...
I can keep doing that.
The last one might have been hitting guard too early where it, like, locks out guard. So, like, if you check and you don't let go of guard and press it again, then what'll happen is it'll act like you're not holding guard.
Oh, interesting. Black saying, Necromancy saying that you don't hold space or adjust angles, which you see a lot of other strong players do. If they're not going for outright Oki. So I guess they're talking more about your Oki.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I had to guess.
Yeah.
The wrong throw. Oh, good, you waited just long enough. I didn't break that? Oh, I'm so dead. Okay. Yeah, it's your Oki. They're talking about your Oki situations. That's what it is.
Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Damn.
Bring out, yes.
Just tried to ECD block it, and it's like, nope.
Damn it. All right. I'm mad about that one. I held that one. I'm not happy. That was surprising. I'm not going to tell you what I saw.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it.
Gotcha. I saw like a 1K, but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hit a button. There we go. Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Good. I deserve to die. Kill me. Kill me now! Good.
Okay.
Good.
Minus 15 though, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ooh. Good call out. Not plus there.
So dumb. So
I
dumb.
punished you.
So dumb.
You didn't
So
punish
dumb.
me,
So
though.
dumb. Yeah, this was minus how much on that kick?
15.
Really? Okay. And she's standing too, right? Okay.
Yeah, as long as she's facing forward. At side turn, she's safe. But
Okay.
if I'm in front of you, you can punish me.
Okay. Another stage like that, we can do Jeffrey if you want, or non-breakable would be Terrace, or any stage really, any stage I'm happy working on.
Pie stage?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, you want to practice on that size. You want more practice on that kind of a stage, right? So
yeah.
Let's pick another one.
Yeah.
We can do Island.
Okay, let's do Island. Yeah.
Hey, one second, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, it's good time. Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing really well. I didn't turn on Tricky's. I did not turn on Tricky's stream on my view, and I should have, because it's good to do. But let me see if I got this here. Let's do this. I really do appreciate all the feedback on gameplay. It really helps. It helps me a lot. It helps me take a look at what I'm doing in the moment. And Tricky is hard to... Tricky is a person who does study the opponent, and she has studied me quite well. So because of that, like in our training together, and so she's countered a lot of things. At the moment, I try to be more patient on the Okuzeme against her, but it's true. I can definitely do a lot more on the Oki actually against her. So it's definitely a big thing I need to work on. Let's see. But yeah, I appreciate all the feedback, and I'm going to try to make adjustments and improvements based on it. Let's see. But there's been so much fun. The training session's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all very much again for listening to our TED Talks earlier. But they were good topics for us. But now we're on to our VF, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I had a really good weekend in Seattle, and there were a lot of good matches. But and these sessions are really helping me a lot with Tricky. Today, most of my focus has been on... I'm a slow learner on some aspects, so the things that I'm working on is the how to deal with Tricky's combat flow, and sometimes I was able to suppress her a lot, but now she's found ways to attack my approach to it, so it's really good.
Yes, that is correct.
And so that's why, like, we're having a lot of fun, and even when we're losing situations, we're having a lot of fun because we're seeing we're really trying to thread a lot of needles here. So but it's also we're trying to find really good options that just completely win the situation, and it's fun. It's what makes VF really fun.
All right, we're totally threading the needle here.
Yeah. I know what to do. Alright. Such good conversions. I mean, that's part of Eileen's. That's, like, I know that situation. I'm like, okay, I know what to do. But, got it. We're working on it. Yep, you're like, I don't care. Still doing it. Okay.
Okay, if you're gonna go low, I'll crush it. If you go for the mid, I'll crush it.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. I knew you were gonna come back. I didn't convert, so it didn't end up working out for me anyway. Yes.
That's so good. And I really love the moments that you know when you've conditioned the opponent to guard. It's just really, like, you know it, you kind of know, you're like, okay, it's like on 2. It might be on that, but it's something like that. But,
yeah. I thought people hate it when I hit him with that. They're like, God damn it.
Nice. I love that uppercut. That was a beautiful uppercut against ducking that. After ducking 2 highs, too. Or a high and EX high.
Yeah, I was hoping to get that, but I gotta say, I wasn't, like, consciously doing it.
Yeah, that was so
there are a bunch
cool,
of things
though.
I'm doing today that, like, I'm not actively making a decision to do. It's just reactionary, which is good, because I'm working on doing that more.
But
as long as the thing I'm reacting with is proper.
I think it means like you had been thinking of doing this though, right? So it's like you've been like, I think that'll work, and it's like now it's like it's coming out. It's just like bam.
It's coming out, right? Which is perfect. I want it to be like whenever I punish a sweep, I don't want to be thinking punish with 9K. I just want 9K to come out my fingers. I don't want to be thinking about that because I shouldn't need to. That's the effort I could be spending on thinking about the next mix-up. Or spacing, but like where we're gonna end it after the combo's over. Yes!
That's so much
got you
fun.
evading.
Hey, Decepticon Swag, good to see you. Always love having you here, so thank you for all the support always. I hope everything's been going well for you. Yeah, there it is.
Necromancy, yeah, the jumping throw, that one, right there, that's a catch throw. So you have to duck it or hit her out of it. You didn't bite.
I bit there. Oh, my pleasure, Decepticon Swag. Absolutely my pleasure.
Hi!
Yep, there it is. I know what to do too. But my brain doesn't. My hands want to do something that I always do. Yep, there it is again. Alright. Now I'm gonna learn.
Gonna learn tonight.
Gonna learn today. Gonna learn today. Gonna quote the great Justin Wong and proper etiquette for welcoming a new person to. No, we don't do that at offline sessions.
No, unless they want it. Sometimes it's almost like
unless we feel it. Unless we sense the humor. I'm a new person
who's brand spanking new, and I'll always offer to play with a brand new player. And I'll let them know. I'm like, hey, you want me to like play you hard or like easy or whatever? Like what level do you want? And if you're like, I want it hard, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it to you. And then so you're gonna learn tonight. God, I didn't get the evade. Oh, I'm dead. I should be close to dead.
God, this sucks. Oh, that was mine 15. It's like, I'm just like, don't get hit by this second shoulder. Like, do not get hit by, which now means I'm conditioned. So it's like,
It's too slow.
That was funny. Here we go.
Okay. Not the right punch.
Thought I got the escape. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
So good. Okay. I like that you can change, again, you can change up how far forward you're going to move based on what you do there. So even if it's neutral, you can change.
Which thing?
Well, it's just, okay, so after she does her back stance, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just more like, okay, she has room to play with that, and I like that.
Yeah.
So
I can delay it. I can go into the monkey thing, and then I can run back into you.
So I gotta
run back into you straight away.
I have to keep my Mendel stack open when you jump back. So it's like, you know, like not try so hard to hit something, but it's just like, okay, like there's these other options. Right.
Yeah, I'm getting better at spacing it on Oki, so like I'm learning how far Leon's foot goes, because I kind of have to know that if I'm going to use it, so that I can get just far enough away that I whiff. I should have 9K'd that.
Oh my god. God, I hit a button. Oh. It just, oh my god.
I understand that feel, man. I feel it.
Man, that's a full combo, even if she just hits that last. She's got freaking Taka's 4P plus K. No, I'm just kidding. It's not really, I'm just joking. That was cool. That was really cool. I was expecting to see that.
You should have 9K'd there. Not what I'd not throw. I should have 9K'd. You were close enough. Not far enough. Oof. Should have done it a little earlier. Good mids, good mids. I got impatient. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. Ooh, okay.
Okay. Yep. I like that choice of uppercut there.
I didn't get the button. I didn't get the follow her out, though. Ah, it sucks. Unfortunate. I'm not sure what the combo would have been there. Because you were side turned. That's probably why I dropped it. I was thinking, I was like, what can I do here? You put my combos quick.
Okay, here we go.
Oh. Nice.
Dangerous though.
Please ring out.
I was like so worried about ring out here.
Oh my
Took
God.
that bait so hard. It's not even bait, but it's just like it's bait in my head. So it's like. I thought I ducked, but I sidestepped. Okay. Alright. Thought I got the evade, but I hit a button. I think is what happened there.
Too late.
I tried to 4-4K it.
Oh, hit.
Oh, so good. Good game. Good game.
Thank you.
But I did try to full 4K punish. It was minus 15, right? 6P plus KP and then the uppercut? Or is that only 13?
Yeah. The third is negative 15.
Okay, good. I was trying the right thing. I just botched it. Okay. That's okay. It's the right idea.
I mean, I can double check. I can look it up, too.
I think we established it is, but yeah.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
I think what's happening is that you have like a different move queued up in your brain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm interfering with that move you want to use. So you have to think about another move now. But so now you're like, that the mental stack is hitting there.
It's mental stack, yeah.
Yeah. Oh! Are you plus there?
This? Yeah.
You were plus?
No.
You were plus?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
That's because this is a fuzzy guard, it's minus 5.
Nice. Try to attack. No. That like almost never works on you, not in that position.
So scary. Nice.
Thank you. Oh. Wrong way. Wasn't looking.
Oh, I thought I got 6 KK on you, but it's too slow. That was really good because you got this. It's a string, so it's like yeah.
Yeah, I poked your eyes. I poked. Okay.
Okay, I hit down.
Hey, Nero. Thanks for sending me that video the other day. It was really fun to watch. Fuck. Nero, you distracted me. Nero, you're still distracting me. Stop distracting me, Nero. Stop it. Heard A&on New York City players want to enjoy it? No, I haven't. I mean, we have Setsuna, most likely. I know for sure Setsuna's coming. Ooh. Great. Backing off would have been better there. Oh, God. Let's just chill out for a little bit. I respect the choice. I respect that choice. Need to make a repeat of the last one once a year. So you'll come in April? What is happening? I don't know what's going on. Chan-Chai, what are you doing?
I'm doing the Chan-Chai, so.
Nero, you can try to make a repeat. You can try. Killer Killer might come stop you, you know? I also want a rematch. Or in-bracket rematch. Chan-Chai, you still there?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah. I was talking shit to Nero.
I'm just trying to focus. Alright, let's see here.
You know, if you come to, yeah, if you say you're coming, folks will likely, some folks who wouldn't have come would likely find a way. Good patience. Punish that.
Okay.
-15. Little micro steps and shit. God, you were baiting.
No, I tried the duck. I tried the low guard.
Duck, okay. I thought I was trying to mediate. What are you doing?
Hitting buttons.
I see them. I'm like, what? Why? Are you hitting that button the way in which you want to? Yes, Nero, he's not. That man is going ham. You're going so ham.
Forgot to train,
eh? Okay.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Yeah.
I tried to block. Was it not blocking? Oh, it's side wall hit. Okay. Alright, good. Can't do it that way. Okay. Sorry for my quietness. It's me focusing on some stuff. You know?
No, focus away. Do it. Focus. There you go. No.
Round two. Ready, go!
Yeah, nice. Good round.
Thank you.
Round three. Ready, go!
Oh, not the right combo. Oh, I should have done a different move.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, damn it. I know exactly what move I should have done there, too.
See? I thought I'm better.
All right. It's time for me to focus, too. Let's both focus. Focus.
Round one. Ready, go!
So good. There we go. Oh, that's so beautiful. I like that combo. Holy crap.
That was max damage.
That was so good.
Probably could have gone at a wall with that, but I didn't. I definitely could have gone at a wall.
Okay, that's good.
Round three. Ready, go!
I don't know how to ring it out that one, but I'm surprised that didn't work. You need that many frames?
I need one. Just one.
Okay,
One positive frame.
that's what I thought. This is such a fun battle.
Really?
Yeah.
Got you evading, huh?
Yep, got me evading. Going at wall, so too bad. Too desperate. That was cool.
Oof.
Shit. This is too much. Really good stuff. I like that change of sequence.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
mental stacked myself a little bit when I made some errors there, but it's still really good. It's really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw you made some adjustments there, so I'm like, all right, let me focus a little bit. Man, it's changing it up pretty drastically. Let's
Trying.
Let's put the reins on this, whatever the fuck is happening. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just ran right into that.
It's not holding guard. I was on the guard lock or the anti-guard lock.
Mm.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, now we're reversed.
Nice. That was a good one. Good catching the
Thank you.
dash.
I'm trying to catch those more.
That was perfect. Yeah. Too desperate. Okay. There we go. Got this.
Ready, go!
I'm mad at myself for that.
Round two. Ready, go!
God. Ooh, we could have tech rolled that.
I tried. I've tried every time.
Then maybe you couldn't have then. Ah. Hiya! Damn it! Ah. Too much dancing.
Round four. Ready, go!
I did not block that. Or punish the earlier thing. It's all my fault. That was totally my fault. I just didn't do what I need to do that round.
Round five. Ready, go!
Oh. There were things that could have happened.
Yeah.
Ball, please. Thank you. What? I swear I'm trying to fucking block ground. I'm not doing it right. I just no other way to respond. I just didn't do it right.
Glad I got that one.
Round one. Ready, go!
Let's see what we got here.
Are you doing delay kick on that?
Hold on a second. What?
on that like crane kick like move, are you doing a delay on that?
No, it's a cancel.
Okay, because I'm trying to evade it, and that's why I keep getting hit.
It might have been because you were side turned. I don't know if you were side turned there or not.
Okay. I couldn't get the 4-pin time.
Yeah, I'm wrong out. I didn't read that right. I misread the situation earlier. I screwed my whole thing up.
Oh my god. I tried doing the high mid, didn't work. Right here.
Oh, wasn't enough time.
Right
Yeah,
in
I got
time.
it high.
So perfect. Alright, that
What
is
kind of
actually
answer to that?
crouching.
I like that.
That is actually crouching, so. Shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wrung myself
You
out.
know, we take those.
Yeah, I'll take those. Forget that there's even like a kick after that. it's like, it's good. It's good.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it was gonna ring you out though.
That's an.
That was because you were so high.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because
It's not supposed to be going the other way around. I'm supposed to be getting rung out by you. I'm not supposed to be ringing you out.
Oh, I got plenty of ring outs the other week, so it's okay.
True. I guess I learned
You're
from
just
last
catching
week,
up
yeah.
on the deficit.
Okay. Boom, boom. That's negative
That was
one.
punishable. Very punishable. Like minus
Damn.
15, 14, but it's very
Oh, that's
punishable.
not that bad. I'm thinking like 9K punishable, like
No,
17?
no,
Not 17?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So
I believe you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Could be worse. That reminder that when you get up certain ways, you're standing. So it's like, oh, damn it. No uppercut there. Okay.
Wait, punish.
I always forget there's a move
Forgot.
there. I got desperate. Yeah.
It didn't hit the way I thought it was going to.
Yeah, because I did a hop move.
Mm.
Like, it was no reason to do a hop move there, just desperate there, and I thought for some reason another low was coming, but not.
Oh! I shouldn't have done that. That was back throw.
Round 5. Ready, go!
There you go.
I got it.
There, the
I
ring
finally
outs.
did it. Finally did it second time.
Yeah, PKP launches, like, it raises her so high up.
Yeah.
And then you had that PKP or PK into that
The spin
stance
punch?
when you turn to the side.
Uh-huh.
And you pop me up even higher.
Yeah. So I need to use combinations of that to get her into the ring out.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause it just pops her up so high. You can pick whoever you want, Nero. Just don't pick Pie again. Give me Pie.
Nice.
Oh. Little friendly talk there.
Owned.
Oh.
Yay, that works. Okay.
Yes, it does.
This is stupid. So dumb, but yes, it works. Okay. Back. It's always back throw.
That hurts a lot.
What's that? Yeah, it
That
does.
hurts a lot.
It's a huge
That
combo,
does a good amount
lots of
of
carry.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't totally fair. Nero's telling me things about how to beat you.
Okay.
How to beat your line.
I appreciate it. It's helping me get better.
Oh, you talking to come to show you? Oh, don't leave yet. Don't leave, Nero.
What happened? Oh, okay. No
There
problem.
was something he showed me, or was telling me about.
Gotcha.
Well, he was saying you backdashed. And
Yeah.
you made too much.
It's
So
true.
He was like, just 3K the fuck out of him, and throw.
Yeah.
And then kind of create that play around that, or just beat circulars, which is kind of what I'm doing. But like, it's hard to know when I can beat your backdash because your backdash is very. I have to know the ranges in which my 3K will hit you. That's the hard part. Because you can backdash with it in a lot of situations that I'm not. Well, up until now, I'm getting better this week, but in the past, I didn't know really what range to do it from.
Mm-hmm.
So now, this week, what I'm doing is I'm using what's the button? Sorry, he's having me record something. Okay, that, and then that, and then that, right? So you're saying the answer to this mix-up is did I do it right? Shouldn't it be PK into that? Nero, like this? Like that? That's the same as this? No, it's not. How do I get into that? Can you not go into that from here?
I'll try to watch your channel.
Yeah. Can you only go into this stance from, like, Raw? He can't go into it from something? I thought he could go into it from a move.
Okay. Oh.
So maybe you can tell me. So Leon has, that stance? His 6 PKG? What string can he cancel into it from?
What are we trying to do? I'm watching it now. I finally got it.
This string. This. Anyway, when you see him stepping forward, you leave joystick for a second. Okay, this I'll do. I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll do it like that.
Yeah, that move. Yeah. You can evade both.
I need some kind of cue.
So.
So now he's saying. So let go. When I see him move forward. Let go when I see him step. And then after he finishes stepping. So take the hit, what you're saying? Like that?
Yeah. So this is an answer. So what it is that right now the only mix-up I've done on you, really, today, with that stance, is the guard break, right? Which if you get hit, you don't mind. and also the P, which is nailing you for either crouch, in which case I get a free KK. So if you do stance P and I lean as crouching, then you're gonna end up getting into stagger, and I get a free KK. So what he's saying is just take the hit.
A block when he gets out the stance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll wait for the stance to end. Like that. I'm not breaking the throw. Wait, no, I didn't do that right? It should be punch, then throw, like that. I get you. See here? Ooh. I didn't wait. I should probably show my buttons. That's probably better. Display settings. So he's just saying what the answer is to that particular.
Yeah. So this particular mix-up, taking the hit generally is fine, but in this case also take the hit on the guard break, or even take the hit normally on this P is good, because you just don't want to get counter hit and you don't want to crouch. You don't want to get crouch hit.
Not that particular mix-up. What's the mix-up?
Well, then he also's got KK, right? But KK's not exactly a mix-up. Or KK you can deal with. Just know that the second kick is full circular. Yeah, and then 6P is this. That's the thing. Yeah. So 6P is a mid.
I should be doing. So what should I be?
There's a timing for. There's a timing
if you
for
hit by the
neutral.
first kick on the overhead second. Oh.
Yeah.
Check. Come on. I see. So am I waiting to get hit? Like, how fast is the guard? Is the guard break super fast? Like, is it faster than the other moves?
Yeah.
Or is it slower? It is?
Yeah, the guard break's pretty fast. I don't know how fast, but it is fast.
Is it his fastest option out of that?
It's one of those where I agree with Nero, like, take the first hit, and that's because on the kick, he's saying take the first hit, you can still block the second one. Yeah.
Wild. So literally just let go of guard and like wait.
Yeah. Because they're less bad than because the P will punish you for crouching, and it will also punish you for hitting a button, right? The 6P just is a mid.
Oh, I see. So you have to take the mid. You can't not.
Yeah.
What about the high kick? Is that high kick? Is it faster than?
The high kick? It's not. It's just more. It's more that he's saying that if you try to block that first kick without doing it as a reaction, if you're doing it as a guess, then like.
So, I guess I'm asking is do I have to get hit by all of them? Like, because is the guard break his like slowest option basically?
He's saying getting hit by all of them is weak.
That's the answer. Perfect.
Okay.
So after this.
He's training you how to mitigate this stance when you see it on the action.
Yep. Oh, it's so slow. Okay, I see what you mean. You have it all day. You have all day.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Because once he's coming out of the stance, like there's a lot of time there.
Yeah.
And since you're deciding to take the hit, then you can react to like if he does the follow up, you can evade.
Yeah, you can deal with all the other stuff.
The high kick and the mid kick.
Yeah. I'm gonna show my stream like what Nero's talking about really quick. Yeah. I'll summarize it really fast. So what Nero is saying is that I'm probably not doing Nero justice, but taking the first hit.
New York.
Yeah.
Can I announce that now? Is that for real?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say it. I already announced it last week. So yeah.
Nice to see you in New York. Nah. Okay, so we don't know if it's coming to New York yet or not. Well, I mean. So the people who are going to watch this video on YouTube in the future, or later today or tomorrow, Miro is like the best player in Twitter feed aside for sure. But he's, he comes, it's exciting. He's also a cool dude. I like having fun with him. He's a cool guy to hang out with. So I also look forward to just, like, hanging out and chilling and just doing fun things together. So, yeah. Come back to New York.
Tricky, there's one thing I will tell you, though. And again, you still be able to react to it. So just understand that what I tell you, you're still going to be able to react to after everything else. So, for example, if Leon tries to do shenanigans by doing the normal kick and then do stance, then you can react to the stance very easily.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I know that you've studied that particular stance actually already, so.
Right, because I've seen it so much. Yeah, now I see more. I knew there was like a solution to that other stance that like Never just gave a solution to.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. And I almost never think to be like,
take the hit.
Take the hit.
Yeah.
I'm so focused on not getting hit that I don't always.
You have a natural risk aversion, so but yeah, it's because you have to think about it like mitigation is counterintuitive, right? As opposed to risk avoidance, right? We're naturally wired for risk avoidance. So.
Yeah, I mean, I treat mitigation as part of risk reward because you're basically saying, all right, because even the act of not getting hit, you're mitigating things.
Yeah.
So with that stance, it's literally the exact same situation I put people in when they're tech rolling my unblockable charge attack.
Yeah.
I'm forcing you to let go of guard and to either evade it or take the hit, or hoping that I messed up my timing and don't cancel and go into 9K and catch you evading. So like it's a similar mix-up that I do on OP, but I think better.
Yeah. Dennis021 says simple solution is to evade to his back during this stance. Yeah. And it's true too.
Would that work on OP though? Like if he's good at timing it?
Yeah. No, I mean if I get a perfect meaty, but it's really hard to get a perfect meaty with that.
Take the small hit?
Yeah.
I wonder, so like if you evade, you won't like.
Yeah, so evade will avoid the kick, right?
So when we do this again? I think next week we're not doing this, right? Or are we?
I'm down with it. Let's see. This is the 19th. Yes, the 26th. Yeah. We're doing it. Or I'm ready for it. So yes.
Okay. I'm gonna be on holiday that week.
Oh, okay.
So.
If you're available, I'm available.
I don't know yet. Let's probably say yes.
We'll announce it when we confirm. Yeah, no problem. But.
Can we tentatively say same time next week?
Yeah.
Potentially earlier. Okay.
And I'll find a substitute. If not, I'll like bug Dennis too.
I definitely know in a second I can do it though on the new year.
Awesome. But I'm looking forward to it. I had a wonderful time, and this was a great session. I do really appreciate, yes, even when people are pointing out stuff, and if Nero especially is pointing out feedback, it's really wonderful. So thank you all for the feedback. It helps me a lot. And so even if it's, I'll tell Tricky how to beat up Chanchai, then please do. So, you know, because I want to improve too.
Happens. Everyone's saying how to beat you, and no one's in here like, just how you fuck Tricky up. You know?
They don't think I can do it, so I don't think. I think they're worried that I wouldn't be able to execute it. So we know that I'm not guard punished. I haven't guard punished 9K except once today, only once I think. But I know which things I need to guard punish. Well, I know some of them. But that the 2 hands into the spin kick is the one I keep forgetting that she actually is punishable there, right?
Yes.
And then but yeah, I think 6P plus KPP, that one in fact, the thing is I think I should be trying to, not option select, but I should be buffering, being ready, because there's a lot of cool things that can be done, whatever she does there. So I think, and it's also one of those where, but that said, also just know that once you beat that move, Tricky is going to stop doing that move. So it's like because 6P plus K.
How you're trying to beat it, but
6P plus K is a very knowledge checky move, but it has its deficiencies to where Tricky doesn't like using it against Leon. Because if I start parrying the second punch, then...
it. Yeah, you should be sabotaging it.
Yeah.
100%. But you will eventually.
I will.
But that's why I don't typically use it, because it's sabaki bait. It's just like me doing that move against Lion is me saying, I want to die. Like, just kill me now. Because it's just so risky in that way.
Yeah, so we've got months to train for New York. We've got 4 months to train. And Tricky and I will be training. But we're always happy to help other people train. And yeah, this was very productive.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be doing this with Setsuna.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're doing this on Wednesdays.
Oh, awesome.
Same kind of deal we do.
I want to watch that very much. So same time. Check out Tricky's channel tomorrow. She is going to be doing the same thing with Setsuna, and it's really, really good stuff to watch because Setsuna's approach to the game is very different from mine, and lots to work on for both Setsuna, and then Tricky can talk about how she deals with Akira. You know, so
right.
Awesome. I'm excited.
So much practice in because I've fought so many Akiras in New York. We have so many Akiras here. It's oh god, I've fought so much Akira.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow when you're working with Setsuna.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Who am I going to raid?
Alright, I'm going to go find the channel to raid. But everyone, thank you so much for your support. I really enjoyed this. Dennis, I really appreciate you putting in the feedback. So I will definitely take those advice, or more like I will factor in the advice too. So yes. And yes, evade to his back is huge. Catch you later. I should be able to play later tonight, so talk to you later. And yeah, wonderful to see you, man. Merry Christmas, Princess Fluff. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you too. I'll be back later this week. We'll be streaming more. VF this week.